And we're live. What's up, G Show Land? And welcome to another episode of the G Show Podcast. I am G1, and this is the Geek Out live stream. That's right. Once again, I don't know, week some odd 20. We are here. We are live. And if you're looking at the picture, yes, we got to go back because we did the Alien review, Alien talk last week. But this week, we're going back and talking about D23 and everything that came out of that show and more, like that Crow reboot that just dropped today. And oh boy. And of course, we got to talk about the Acolyte being one and done. Was it fan service? We'll get into it. That being said, let me introduce you to the co-host, the cohort, as always joining me, starting with Shin Rob. What's up, brother?
Hey, yo, what's up, guys? How's it going? Merry Friday to you. Excited to get started talking about all this hullabaloo and hooligander.
Seriously, could we even say that when it comes to Disney? I don't know. It's like we got to tiptoe through the tulips. Speaking of
Disney.
Tiptoeing through the tulips, we got JR with us. How you doing, brother?
Influenza for 6 days. Still going strong. I love it. How are you?
I ain't sick, but I'm afraid. I'll be honest. Today at work, there was a student that came in that needed a Chromebook, and that student was coughing like crazy, and I mean like I was getting fucking worried. I was like, ooh, could you stand like maybe right all the way by the door, please? Thank you. All right, I'll bring it to you. Oh, I don't want to get sick.
Dude, I will say it's kind of worth it that I got sick because I did get the trade of Infinite Crisis for $9. Brand new.
That is a beautiful fucking deal. I gotta be honest. That is a beautiful deal. I picked up DC versus Vampires, each trade 4 volumes for like $12 each, hardcover. So that one I was happy.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Get the damn hardcovers. All right. Speaking of hard and trying to get, I can't get to the bottom of my cooler, so I'll just grab from the top, ladies and gentlemen. It's round 1. Let's go. I think we should talk about the Crow reboot off the bat, only because we're going to be talking Disney for the rest of the dang show. I have not seen the reviews yet, but I have I've seen people upset. Being that I haven't seen this movie and have no intention of seeing this movie, I will say that last trailer that I think dropped with Alien Romulus actually made me feel like shit. I was like, this is terrible. This movie's not for me, and apparently it's not for the fans. I don't know who this movie is made for, what generation. I have no clue. Zero. I don't know who they're marketing this movie towards. It just looks bad, and it kills me because I love the Skarsgård kid. I love the Skarsgård. That's what I'm going to call him. The Skarsgård. I love him. I think he's fantastic. He's in one of my favorite movies of the year, Boy Kills World. He's it, for crying out loud. I like this kid. But this Crow movie, Rob, man, what do you think of this, the hullabaloo that's surrounding this movie right now?
Well, I haven't seen it, but everything I've heard kind of just confirms every fear that I had for this movie from the time it was first announced when I was 12, I guess.
Good God.
It's been in development for a while. Just like you, I love Bill Skarsgård. The Skarsgård. He's such a great actor. And when he was announced to be the new Crow, I was like, okay, this is well. This is an actor that I trust and not only like, but think is a good fit. And then it's just like every announcement after that, it just got worse and worse. Sure, the bad haircut is one thing and the bad tattoos is another. And the trailer comes out and it's like, well, Bill looks like he's putting in the work, and so does Twigs. I mean, they look cool together. But it's like, what is going on here? Why is this John Wick God mode? He can't die. The movie, like, it never felt like The Crow. But I waited, and then another trailer comes out, and every bad feeling I had from those trailers seems to be just coming right back through the screen with all of these like video reviews coming out, and I'm bummed. I mean, I was extra bummed when Bill said, I don't like it. I don't like that we refilmed the ending for a sequel bait. I don't like this. I don't like that. And it's like, oh, zoinks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm probably not gonna go see it. I'll sail the 7 seas for it, and that's more than likely it.
Yeah, same. Even if I even do that, because again, there's nothing interesting from this reboot that I'm like, yeah, I want to watch it. I mean, for the love of God, that first Crow movie was like perfect. It hit the aesthetic, the set design, everything works on so many levels. The fucking soundtrack, it's just a dope film. And then this movie looks like
Every other action movie.
Yeah, but like say at a fucking fashion show or something. Well, what's like those big fashion shows? It drives me crazy. I was like, what is this? Oh God! I mean, God! It looks like they filmed in an abandoned building and they put like plastic sheets all around with big fucking spotlights and said, "Let's make a movie." I hate it. JR, what are your thoughts? Even though I know you didn't see it.
Yeah, I'm tempted to go see it, just because I'm a stickler for bad movies, even though I didn't go see Alien Romulus, but I also got sick, so I have a reason.
It's okay, because Alien Romulus isn't bad.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I'll see it eventually.
Yeah.
When it comes to The Crow, look, I like the original. Brendan Lee is fantastic. The music's fantastic. The cinematography, let's just say everything in it. It's a faithful adaptation of the comic. I have the trade. Got a good deal on the trade. It's beautiful. It's great. This looks like shit. It looked like shit from day one. I called it. I said it was going to be shit, and everyone's going to see it, and they're like, oh, it's shit. Well, I fucking said it was shit. Some things just don't need to be remade, reimagined, reinterpreted. Leave it alone. They tried 3 times after the original came out, and each one of those sequels was terrible.
Actually,
Awful.
One of them was actually pretty good. I forget which one.
I swear to God.
The one with my man Damascus.
I'm pretty sure, was that City of
Angels.
Was it City of Angels?
Was that City of Angels?
I thought it was the last
Maybe.
one. I thought it was the one after Furlong.
I don't know.
That one, I like that
Listen.
one.
I'm just saying, man, like, this looked like trash. It's trash. The story, how they're drug addicts that escape out of rehab and do drugs and fall in love with each other. What the fuck does that have to do with The Crow? You can make Requiem for a Dream. It's okay. You can make a sequel to it. You don't have to call it The Crow, though. That's all I'm going to say. It looks like trash. I was right. Go watch the original. It's fantastic. And the one Ray likes.
Yeah. I mean, here's the deal with The Crow. And I would have given it a pass if they come out and they say something like, oh, we're using The Crow as a vehicle kind of like Doctor Who. It's not the movie. Let's say that movie happened and we're not trying to make a remake to that. We're just making another entry to the franchise. It's not.
Yeah,
it should not be Eric Draven.
Yeah,
it should not be Eric Draven. It should be a brand new character. But no, they want to go ahead and fuck it up. Go ahead. I mean, where the fuck is Ernie Hudson? I'm just asking.
Dude, again, fantastic cast for the original, and the cast here is good.
It is.
Yeah.
Alexander Skarsgård, great actor. Wrong movie. Fuck. And that's the thing. It's like the original is like, it's gothic. It's very gothic, depressing. this just comes off as
Hot topic.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Hot topic?
Hot topic. Yeah.
Yeah. It comes off as new age hot topic. Like almost new age glam rocky, you know? Like, oh, we listen to Post Malone and we have face tattoos and don't wear shirts but still have a trench coat. No, that's stupid.
That's actually
You're
cool.
all stupid.
No, listen, I'll tell you right now, man. If I had the body like that, I'd totally do it.
I wouldn't. Jesus, fuck, it's not the Crow, though.
I would walk in
It
slow
doesn't fit.
motion on purpose, too. I'd be like, fuck it, check me out.
Yeah, but you're beautiful the way you are. Listen.
Oh, thank you. Round and pudgy. I love you.
I swear to God.
See, I brought it all around. Bruno Mars.
You're gonna kill me.
Oh, man. But, yeah, it's a shame. It really is a shame. This movie does not look good. I cannot wait till after the live stream's over to go and watch a couple of these reviews just to get the kicks. Because this... Okay, let me ask you this. You think this is... No, this ain't making no money, right? It can't.
Oh, it's gonna flop. Here's the problem. The people that love the original are not going to see this.
That's true.
Probably not.
The people that are gonna go see this are the 13 to 16-year-old girls and dudes, couples.
Yeah, it might be a date movie.
Because
Yep.
yeah, this is new age emo. This is the new age emo look, right? But it's terrible. That's who's gonna go see it. This movie's gonna be like the Bye Bye Man to me. I swear to God.
Don't even know what that is, but oh my God.
Oh my, Ray, I'm telling you, buy a couple beers, watch this shit smashed. You will have the best time in the world.
Oh, it's fucking the Bye Bye Man. It's such a bad horror movie. It's to the point, like, it's so bad it's good. It's
one of those horror movies that was filmed as an R-rated movie, but was edited to become a PG-13 movie, and it's very obvious.
Oh,
They
God.
put CG blood in.
Oh, my
CG
God.
blood.
I'm
Dude,
pretty sure they CG'd blood out of the movie, too.
that part in the Bye Bye Man where they're sitting there, someone carved Bye Bye Man in the bottom of the table, so the guy picks it up and just throws it 30 feet from the house. He just goes and throws it into the woods. Someone else is going to find that, and it's just going to perpetuate the problem. Burn it! Throw it in the trash, asshole! Sorry.
Just
the Bye Bye Man separate fucking
just hearing that sounds better than this Crow reboot. Jesus.
Yeah, because there's entertainment in it, unlike The Crow, which just looks like nauseating.
Oh man, it's like the Met Gala for emo. I don't know.
Yeah, you said it perfect.
Yeah, you're right.
You said it perfect.
That sums it up
But
ridiculously.
it's not even good emo. It's not good. The original's good gothic emo. What the fuck happened?
I'm very upset that they didn't do the face paint, and and I think that's a bias because it wasn't when The Crow came out. It was like way after The Crow came out. It was about maybe 5 years after The Crow came. When did The Crow come out? 92, right?
Yeah, around there.
Around 92. So yeah, it was probably like 90. Shit, no, I'm lying. It was probably like 99. It's probably like 99. I had long hair. I was slim. I was in shape. I was better than what I am now. Bald and pudgy. But I was slim, long hair, and it was Halloween, and I was the Crow. I did the makeup, and yeah, it was, man, people fucking, I loved it. I was in an off-Broadway production. They loved it. It was fucking fun. But that kind of upsets me. I don't like the short hair. I like the long hair look. Look, you know who made a better Crow than, unfortunately, D. Skarsgård? Sting! Sting!
Yes!
Sting made a better Crow. Sting made a better Crow.
Just cast Sting.
That's all you needed to do. You know, it kills me because wasn't Jason Momoa tied to this?
Oh, God. I don't know.
Years ago?
Yeah, he was tied to an iteration, I think, maybe around 2014, 2016, around that time, maybe even 2017.
That's too far for me.
I don't know.
I mean,
you know what it was?
He's got the face for it.
It was the Khal Drogo. I think that's what from Game of Thrones. You see him as Khal Drogo. He's got the eye makeup. They say, hey, if we just like bring that down, like he's got the lot. I'm a sucker for dudes with long hair. I am.
Yeah.
It was Banderas in the beginning, right? That's when I was like, oh my God, I think I'm gay.
Banderas.
Yeah, I was like, I think I'm gay. I love this man.
And then it was Robert Rodriguez.
No, it wasn't Robert Rodriguez. God damn it! It was Jason Momoa. I was like, this motherfucker ain't got a good look. But yeah, no. I know where you're going. You don't want that again. But yeah, nah, dude. It was a thing, man, and I just poor.
I don't know, man.
Poor the Skarsgård. I just feel bad, like Rob said, that he doesn't even like this. That's terrible.
Because it's a movie made for no one. Because again, the hardcore fans aren't going to see it. We're sitting at home with influenza.
You know what? I do want to know, I want to know when this movie was made. So, like Borderlands, for instance, you know that's been in the can for like 3-4 years. It was done.
Yeah, and Eli Roth rewrote it and refilmed it, and it's terrible. I'm curious about that too.
No, I'm just saying, so that's why I want to know, like, was The Crow done before the Skarsgård started doing things? You know what I mean? Like, fun things. I wonder if this movie was filmed and in the can for a while, or he was doing this last year, which would be terrible.
Yeah,
let's find out, shall we?
Let's
looking.
Please.
I've got it pulled up.
I know you guys are itching to get into the Disney stuff. We'll get there. We'll go from the dark and gritty bullshit to the dark and gritty of legit Disney.
Some more Acolyte, yay.
Oh, there's JR. JR came back. He was frozen for a while. I didn't want to say nothing.
Okay. The film started development all the way back in 2008.
Oh my God.
Bill Skarsgård was announced to be playing him in April of 2022.
Oh shit.
And it began filming that very same year.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah. And based off of last night alone, out of its $50 million budget, it made $650,000.
Wow, wait. The budget is the same budget for fucking -1?
No, 50.
Oh, 50. Oh God. Oh.
Jesus.
I thought you said 15.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, listen, fellas. We don't even have to sail the seas. This is going to be on everything for free by Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They couldn't even...
$650K. Oof.
Dude, they couldn't even afford to paint his face white with the black.
That's what it was. That's what... We'll fix it in
not
post.
for nothing. Bill Skarsgård's pretty white, so...
I don't know. This picture of him looks tan as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. In Boy Kills World, he's got a nice skin hue. You know, he's not pasty. He's not pasty.
You know what's weird? He looks good in white face paint. He was eating children not that long ago in white face paint, and
He was.
What the fuck?
That's what it was.
Again, too.
That's what it was. That's why they didn't do it. Because if you look at it, he's got the red coming down the eyes. They said if we do white with the black coming down the eyes, they're gonna think it's fucking it.
Well, then people are stupid.
Oh, I know, but that's the world we live in today.
I don't know, man. Like, it's terrible. It's awful, you know? Listen, I had a bad joke. I'm just not going to say it.
All right, yeah, keep that one to yourself. Yeah, thanks. Good call.
Keeping it.
Well, that'll do it for the Crow segment. It's unfortunate. that first one is something special. It really, really is. Gotcha. It's something special. And to see that, you know, I don't want to say big budget, but a pretty big budgeted reboot, you know, a fucking 32 years later. Just 32
Almost.
fucking years. Come on, man. This is what you do?
It took him almost 20 years just to fucking make the movie.
For real, it's crazy. It is. It's crazy.
It's insane. It really is. But than anything, it's upsetting.
Yeah. Well, good luck, Bill. I mean, V. Skarsgård. Good luck. I do not see this movie diminishing this man's star power. He has it.
No, he's gonna be in the Nosferatu remake.
He's
fucking.
He's Nosferatu. He's Count Orlok. Are you kidding me? I forgot all about that. The movie of the year right there. I can't wait for that. See, that's the crazy juxtaposition. The juxtaposition. Where the original Crow was that gothic, almost it's not vampire, but has that gothic feel to it, the way the original Silent Nosferatu had. The way the fucking Nosferatu from the 70s, oh my god, from fucking Werner Herzog. God, I love that movie so much. Thank you, guys. Was like it had that feel. This could have been that. It could have done it. Could have. But you know what? It's okay because we're gonna see this young man again. We're gonna see V. Skarsgård in possibly one of the most gothicest gothic movie of all time. Is that even a word? I made it up. I don't care. But that Nosferatu. Come Christmas. God, on Christmas, too. I swear to God. I'm going to watch Die Hard, and then I'm going to go to the movies. That's it. That's what I'm going to do. I can't wait. So, wow. So, Young Man had 3 movies come out this year. Boy Kills World, I think in February. This crap, and then Nosferatu at the end. I say he's all right. He is fucking fine.
Yeah, well, he'll be fine.
Wasn't
he's got the It prequel series coming out too, where he's playing Pennywise again.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. The show on Max?
Yeah, Welcome to Derry.
Oh, that's gonna be a fun time. That's gonna be a fun fucking time. He was Harry Osborn, wasn't he? Like in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, right?
No, that was Dane DeHaan.
Dane DeHaan, yeah, never mind. That's right. I get them.
We don't talk about those Spider-Man movies.
Watch them again. They're not bad.
I did. They're terrible. You know what the problem is? The second one. It's the music. It's the music. That's it.
He hates me.
Listen, they play the Itsy Bitsy Spider at the end of that movie.
And in Spider-Man 2, I had an Asian lady with a ukulele playing Spider-Man. It was great.
That was great. All right. Crow, finished. It's over, Prime. We're done. Let's get into the fun stuff. By fun, I mean, I don't mean this like this, but I gotta be honest. Like, you can't help but to knock it. The Acolyte, or as I like to call it, Acolyte, is a one and done Star Wars show. I think the pressure was put on Disney, and they said, "All right, look, we're done. You ain't getting another one. We can't do it." I didn't watch the show personally. I know the backlash. Again, to me, it was never about the cast. I don't give a fuck. All I want is good Star Wars. And from what I heard, it's not good Star Wars. I don't care who's in it. It's just not good Star Wars. And when you don't do good Star Wars, and fuck you, you're done. And I'm glad in that regard it's done. If only, and I'm in the minority here, Andor wouldn't get a season 2 because, good God almighty, bore me to death, and poor should be canceled too. But I digress. Number 1. None of us seen this show, right?
Oh, I've seen the entire show front to back.
Did you
You watched
really?
the Acolyte?
Yeah, my Star Wars guy was like, "Give it a shot, man. We're gonna watch it all in one go," and we did.
Ew.
And I mean, I don't fucking hate it. Like, you know, and also I'm not a massive Star Wars fan.
Okay.
Yes, I own all the movies. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in multiple different fucking formats and everything because childhood.
Exactly.
But, yeah, I don't exactly know what's wrong with this show.
In
I'll
terms
be
of
honest. I genuinely don't know what's wrong with it.
in terms of story
Yeah, in terms of story and
or
tons
lore.
of the things that people were complaining about, I don't know. I need it explained to me
Okay.
because all I saw was just the vitriolic shit on Twitter. That's all I know, and I don't.
Yeah. No,
And
that's fair
yeah.
because that's I don't have Twitter, but yeah, the reviews where they were like talking about the cast and what they're trying to do, I didn't buy into it. Again, I didn't watch the show. But as far as everything else goes, let Dr. G1 and Dr. JR hold your hand and walk you through this. Because here's the deal. As a Star Wars
Okay.
fan, right? This
Mhm.
show takes place 100 years before episode 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
In episode 1, there are things in episode 1 that kind of solidify the Star Wars lore. What the Acolyte does within that 100-year span is take a character that's supposed to be, I don't know, 40 years old and put him in the show that takes place 100 years later. And how does that work?
Mhm.
You take a character that's supposed to be, let's not even say 40, let's say he's 50 to 60 years old. And let's say he's a Jedi Master. And let's just say, in The Phantom Menace, this character says, the Sith haven't been around for centuries, plural. That implies a lot longer than 100 years. But yet, this show takes place in that span of time. Now, not only do they bring this character, who's about 50 to 60 years old, into the show where he looks like he's 40, but then there's Sith in there. You're destroying everything that was already set up. And again, I didn't watch it. But the reviews, the spoiler reviews from people who, look, I'll put it like this. I've fallen out of love with Star Wars. Like I've divorced Star Wars. But before, and it I really do like The Force Awakens. I really do like that movie. I do. I don't care. I like it. There are things I hate about it, but overall, I like that movie. I like Rey. I like Finn. I love Poe. I hate The Last Jedi, and I can tolerate The Rise of Skywalker. I can tolerate it. Because I'm an Emperor fanboy. So, you know, I'm an Emperor fanboy. I can tolerate it. But that being said, I used to come home from work, like on my very first job back in high school. I used to come home from work with a fucking hero and a 1 liter of 7-Up and a big ass bag of Doritos. I'd sit down, I'd grab my fucking Star Wars movies, and I put them in the VHS. Put them into my TV/VHS. Remember that shit back in the day, people? That's right, I had one. I got one for Christmas. Love that shit. And I would sit there and I would watch Star Wars. Eating my sandwich, eating my chips, drinking my 7-Up, and I would watch it. And I would, every time I watch it, get something from it. Empire Strikes Back, which is, everybody says, the greatest Star Wars movies of all time. It can be. I'm not going to deny that. My favorite is Return of the Jedi. But I'd watch that movie and literally, it is a very good place for certain life lessons. If you follow what Yoda is telling Luke and apply it to your life, life kind of becomes easier no matter what gets thrown at you. And it was something about that. And then the mystery, everything about the magic of the fucking 80s is in those movies, right? Then the magic of special effects are in the prequels. I mean, it is what it is, right? They kind of lose the magic with the storytelling, but don't worry, because we're gonna just eye candy you to death. There's no magic in any of these fucking shows. When Disney bought it, literally, it became a cog in the machine. And that was not Star Wars. And the Acolyte... Yeah, and the Acolyte ruin lore. Like, they take things from the lore and completely ruin it. And it's like, you can't do that. You can't. I'll put it like this. Anakin is the chosen one. Anakin. Yes. Not these two characters. That's what? Now, I'll put it like this. If they wanted to take this show and set it 100 years after Return of the Jedi, go for it.
That's okay.
This show would work on every fucking level.
At least Darth Plagueis would make sense.
Well, here's the thing about all of that. The reason why my boy said centuries, and this takes place 100 years beforehand, is because the overall story that's going on here and how it evolves and how these events take place and such, they go unreported.
Right. Well, but no,
they go entirely unreported. It gets kerfuffled with.
Yeah,
they don't report a Sith.
But that's inherently the problem. You're telling me the Jedi.
Yes.
The Jedi, the good guys, are hiding shit and not being the good guys. The Jedi.
Look what they did to Anakin.
That's the point of Anakin, though. That's one instance. Anakin was always unstable. Not all the Jedi are like that. And that's inherently the problem here is this show portrays the Jedi like corrupt cops.
Well, that's
bullshit.
That's what the sequel trilogy was trying to pull too. That's what Kathleen Kennedy was.
Yeah,
it felt like a mandate. But it's not only that. It's not just that they hid it. It's the fact that the person who says that shouldn't even be alive during this show, and yet there he is.
Yeah,
and he hides it. It's Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Ki-Adi-Mundi. The guy with the giant forehead.
Yeah, Ki-Adi-Mundi. He's in the show. And it's like, wait, what? How? He's not even born yet. And here he is, looking like he's 40 years old. And that would make him over 100. You know what I mean? Come Phantom Menace time. What, did he forget? He's a Jedi Master. He's sitting on a council in the Phantom Menace. When he says it, that was a beef. When I saw that in the reviews, I was like, yeah, you can't work your way around that. You can't skirt it. You can't.
Look, and all I'm going to say on it is, like, if you like the show.
Right.
But as a Star Wars fan that isn't really a Star Wars fan anymore because of Disney and what Disney's done, it just comes off as disrespectful. Like, the Jedi were complacent in the prequels. They were just slow to get anything done. They were complacent politicians.
Yes.
This just comes off as they're all fucking Sith. Every single one of these motherfuckers aren't Jedi. You portrayed them like they're fucking insane people. And any one of them could be a Sith Master, and that's the problem. They tried to spin the Jedi and do something new, but it just comes off as disrespectful. Disrespectful because, I mean, for God's sakes, Ki-Adi-Mundi is in this show. So you're telling me he's a piece of shit too? Because it comes to everyone here's a piece of shit. I don't like that. There is a fine line between good and evil with Star Wars. Anakin is evil.
Is he?
He turned to the light at the end. just like Kylo Ren, you can be redeemed. But there is good and there is evil. There is complacency and there is fucking murderous genocide. And I'm sorry, the Jedi are not murdering psychopath Jason Voorhees motherfuckers and kidnappers. That's not the Jedi. I'm sorry.
Where did kidnapper come from?
Yeah, where did that come from?
Because, you know, they tried to kind of take those kids by force.
What? Where? When?
They offered to train them.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
Oh,
They're
the
trying
twins?
to take those two kids. They were trying really hard to take them. It's like, no, that's not the Jedi way. It's not. And the showrunner should be fucking ashamed to think that that's what the Jedi are.
But
The
I think you
Jedi.
guys need to watch the show.
no, I'm not going to.
can't.
I can't do it.
I genuinely think you guys need to give the show a shot.
No, I can't do it. I'll be honest. I can't. Honestly, there are certain Star Wars shows that I'm like, okay, I'm down with. Like, I haven't even watched Mandalorian season 3 yet. Not because I heard anything, just because I was trying to get through the first episode and I was like, I'm kind of tired. I'm bored. So I stopped. I needed to see Ahsoka because that was a continuation of the beauty of Star Wars Clone Wars and Rebels and even Mando season 2, right? All that was fun. And you're leaving that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, man. Do I need to watch Smilo Ren Thirst Trap, the show?
He's got some great choreography, though.
Oh, I've seen the fight scene. I will not downplay the choreography. That lightsaber fight is badass.
Bro was fucking awesome.
Also,
I
doesn't
think
make
the
sense.
biggest I think the biggest takeaway, I'm bummed that it's canceled because I don't get to see more of him. Because he was great. He was fantastic.
That's
That was
fair.
the
I've got
consensus.
questions on how a helmet can disrupt a lightsaber. We've never seen that before, which means
And why wasn't that used on Vader's fucking suit?
Vader
I mean, come
and
on.
Kylo Ren and every other Sith ever, Darth Revan.
This is
Like,
where it
what the
gets
fuck?
bad. Yeah, that shit right there is just, it's plot
It's cool
armor,
in
man.
concept. In concept, that's cool. The problem is this is supposed to be a prequel with established lore and fucking 50 years. I don't care if Disney says those books aren't canon. No one believes that.
Everybody does.
Because
It
they
is.
pull from those books all the time.
Yeah, but it
Still.
is not canon. Because they're pulling from it and they're creating their own thing with it.
Like if this was in the future, it would make sense. A Sith developed a type of, he can concentrate the dark side of the Force to his helmet to disrupt the lightsaber. That's fine.
No, it's just a mineral.
It's a mineral. Yeah, it's
Or a mineral.
And that thing is actually in lore. It is in lore. But like you said, it's lore that they canceled. So they're pulling from things. And I'm okay with that. But again, I'm just not okay where it's at in a timeline. This show
it
could have
doesn't make
been
any fucking sense.
This show could have been dope if this was 100 years after. And let's just say Rey has started the new Jedi Order, and this is what's starting to happen. We haven't seen a Sith in X amount of years. Where, and boom. And then the whole idea of, the witches, because we got the witches of Dathomir from fucking, Clone Wars and shit. Yeah, you know what? Why can't there be a sect? This is established already. And then they create the twins using the Force. The whole idea of Anakin was he was the first. And now you're telling me, no, he wasn't? Stop that. Stop that right there.
Anakin was created by two of the most powerful Sith Lords in history, manipulating life itself through the dark side of the Force. I guess any asshole can do that now.
Listen, man, they were witches.
That bothers me.
No, they were witches. But the whole point is Anakin comes first. That's it. And that's the problem I have. That's why I won't watch this show. That's the problem. It's not just the Anakin thing. It's just they destroy lore. My question is why? I do not blame the showrunner like everybody else does. I blame Kathleen Kennedy, which kills me because if I go back through my movies and I look at movies from the 70s, 80s, and 90s that I love, her name is up there as producer, executive producer, whatever the case may be. She will always be a powerhouse in the industry. Why is she taking Star Wars and shitting on it? You can do whatever you want. Don't disrupt the law. See, here's the problem. I'll tell you exactly what happened. The sequels. People didn't like them. She got mad. Oh, you don't like them? I'm going to fuck everything up. And then goes back in time to fuck the lore up. You can't do. Don't be mad, Kathleen. You're a fucking billionaire. Shut your face. Let somebody like Dave Filoni, who knows Star Wars, run the fucking show and collect your fucking check. End the story.
See, and here's the thing. Kevin Feige with Marvel, fantastic up till Endgame or No Way Home, and then it's kind of teetered. It's going through a rough patch. But it's getting good again with Deadpool and Wolverine. There's always a rough patch. We haven't had a good period with Disney Star Wars yet, other than a couple of shows and one fucking movie. Well, 3, actually, because I liked Rogue One and Solo. Personally. But all I'm trying to say is like,
Solo?
It's been rough. It's really rough. There's got to be another person at the helm, man. You got to do it at some point because let's just be honest. This ain't good Star Wars.
Yeah, you can't.
It's not.
You can't kick the fandom that made Star Wars what it is in the nuts because they didn't like your sequels.
No,
you know what?
There's elements in the sequels that work. Again, I say Kylo Ren's a fantastic fucking character. Finn and Poe as well. Rey could have also been a fantastic character, but they waited till the last movie to make her a character.
I really liked Rey from day one. I can't lie. Rey's my favorite character, and Poe.
I liked her too. I really wish Finn and Rey would have both been Jedi, and Luke fucking trained them proper.
But that's what it should have been. That's what it seemed like they were going.
It's Kylo Ren. It's Kylo Ren. God, the embodiment of Vader. With the training of Luke and the anger of Anakin. Fuck! Would have been so good.
You know what? You're thinking like a fucking movie producer, bro. Unfortunately, that's not what Disney has. But that's not true either because, look.
Allegedly not.
But I don't know because, D23 did come around and it happened. But I can't get off this Acolyte thing until I do one thing. And that's laugh. I'm going to be honest. I want to laugh. I can't lie. That's what you get. That's what you get for putting all your eggs in one basket and you're telling that this is going to be the fucking show. And then people hated it. And again, I personally hate the hate it got for all the wrong reasons. I don't like that.
Yeah.
The identity politics and all that shit, that don't bother me a fucking bit. At all. I don't give a fuck if you give me an all-female cast of Star Wars. I don't give a fuck if you give me an all fucking male cast. I don't care if you give me an all trans cast. I don't give a fuck, right? As long as the story is good. As long as the story is good and you don't shovel shit in my face. I don't think this show shoveled shit in anybody's face. I think that got blown out of proportion by the people who think that, right? My biggest beef, again, and I didn't see it, is the fact that they take a shit on lore. Don't do that. Don't ruin what was established. Where are you going with this? Because here's the deal. Dave Filoni, Spider-Man jumped up in the chat again. Here he is, swinging webs. I'm so happy. He's the best. What's up? This is my man, Spider-Man. Spider-Man says,
swang in here and just fucking completely disrupted what you were saying.
I know he did. I seen him. I started singing a song. The song was good too. Just right off the top.
Dude,
He says
he came in, he had a secret war.
Ah, you're funny. Very funny. You crack me up. What I'm trying to say is, good God Almighty, I did lose my train of thought. Thanks, Spider-Man. You're the best.
He used to disruptor shield.
He did. Just don't kick. Oh, Dave Filoni. He put a MacGuffin in play. He did. In fucking Rebels, in that last season of Rebels, he put a MacGuffin in play that can change the course of history if they needed to do it. And that is the world between worlds. And I swear to God, after I saw The Last Jedi, I was like, I came home and started writing a fucking treatment for the ninth Star Wars movie. I was like, this is what's going to happen. We're going to the world between worlds. We're going to rescue Luke. We're going to start off. We're going to have a funeral for Princess Leia. Because Carrie Fisher's gone. We're going to have a funeral for Princess Leia. And we're going to shoot her body into the asteroids of Alderaan. And it's going to be beautiful. And everybody's going to love it. And they're going to cry. And then I'm bringing Luke Skywalker back. And then he's going to go after everybody. And it's going to be fucking glorious. I don't know how it was going to, I didn't know whether Luke would fuck up Kylo or Rey. But the fact of the matter was, there is a MacGuffin in Star Wars that can course correct. And it's called The World Between Worlds. And Dave Filoni knows. He knows. He did that shit on purpose. He did it on purpose because he saw the writing on the wall. And I seen people shit on... No, JR, no. I seen people shit on Dave Filoni for signing off on the Acolyte. When you're in a position where if you don't, you're going to lose faith in certain people, from certain people, right? And people who write your checks, I'm going to play my cards the same exact way. I know what I got in my back pocket. I've got the world between worlds. If need be, I can absolutely course correct. So yeah, all right, whatever. Sign off, whatever. We can fix this in post. That's what I think is going to happen. I hope it happens. There's been some good Star Wars shit, like Tales of the Jedi. It's fucking dope.
Yeah.
It's really good. That little
Star Wars Visions, fantastic.
Yeah, Visions is all right. I like it because it's like a Elseworlds, yet not.
That's why I like it. It's the really different stories, like the samurai. It's great.
In season 2, I like that they went and they did a little bit more. They went a little bit more for the laughs, and it was still really good. But yeah, it's Star Wars proper is rough when you're trying to do things. The Acolyte, to me, would have absolutely worked if this show was set in the future and not the past. Because then everything has already been, there's a precedent for all of it. Everything is there. And if people want to beef about, they're just doing the same thing, they're trying to make another Anakin. So fucking what? It's been done. So let's see if we can duplicate that. Why? I don't know. That's the whole reason. We'll find out why. What's the reason? Why? What is the motivation? Instead of, let's fuck with the lore and kick Star Wars fans in the dick once again. Well, look who's laughing now, huh? Huh? Goodbye. And honestly, this should be it for Kathleen Kennedy. Like, the writing really needs to be on the wall. That show cost $150 million or some shit. The writing,
it was like around per episode costs
you see what I'm saying?
An extreme amount.
So the writing has to be on the wall. Kathleen, we love you. We love what you've done for everything. But it's over. It's over. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. That's where we need to go. It's time. It's time. And I swear to God, get her out, insert Dave Filoni, and let him go. Let him go. Because I swear to God, him, Jon Favreau, everybody, fucking Bryce Dallas Howard. Listen to me. Bryce Dallas Howard is an unsung hero of Star Wars. Some of the best episodes of The Mandalorian were directed by her. She fucking gets it. That's where we need to go. That's where we need to go. We need to go get rid of this regime and let the people who actually know Star Wars do Star Wars. And again, you want to keep this shit around? Fuck it, keep it around. We can fix it in post. That's all I'm saying. That right there, you resurrected the OG Star Wars fan in me. I get so fucking mad at this shit. So mad. Don't ruin what's come before. Why? There's no reason. Zero. Fucking the OG trilogy is the greatest thing ever. Like, I fucking love it. But everything else that you've been doing as of late, there's hits, there's misses. I get it. Not everybody likes Ahsoka. I needed it. I needed something like Ahsoka. But fuck, I did not need Boba Fett. You know what I'm saying? I did not need Book of Boba Fett. The Acolyte would have worked if it was in the future. I don't need Andor. I know where he ends up. Dead. Don't need none of that. Oh, and I definitely didn't need Obi-Wan for the love of Christmas.
Oh, God.
Oh.
No, we didn't.
Look, all I'm going to say is people that are in charge of certain things over at Disney when it comes to Star Wars have been making Star Wars things for over 20 years. Kathleen Kennedy doesn't care about Star Wars.
It's true.
Put someone in charge who cares about Star Wars. Again, the head of Marvel cares about Marvel. That's why he's like, yo, we're course correcting. You can course correct. DC's course correcting with James Gunn. We were talking about it earlier this week. It can be done. And if you like The Acolyte, I will not shit on you for liking the show. I completely understand why you would like it. The cinematography and the choreography is fantastic. And some of the characters, like, they're good characters. But for me personally, it hurts the lore, which I'm a lore guy. Not just with Star Wars, with fucking everything. You guys know that's one of the first things I bitch about. Well, it goes against lore. That's one of the things, like Alien Covenant, when Big Chap cocooned himself. No, that's stupid. That goes against lore. Immediately, I'm like, no, that's fucking stupid. I'm a lore guy. The Acolyte disrupts lore. I don't like that.
Whoa. You
stop
mean
it.
You mean Alien Romulus, one. And
well,
yes.
It's the same shit.
No. To me, that... We'll talk. That makes sense to me. That made sense. That was the movie I wanted.
That's fair.
That was the movie I wanted. We didn't get that one.
Hey, I'd have been fine with that, but that's not the movie we got. And that's the problem. That's the problem.
The problem is this is the Star Wars we didn't get.
Exactly. As a lore man, I agree with JR from Spider-Man. But yeah, I mean, I just don't like it. And the fact, I mean, they teased Darth Plagueis and Yoda at the end.
Yeah.
No. I'm sorry. Fuck no. No. That pisses me off. The reason why it pisses me off so bad is I was hoping Snoke would have been Darth Plagueis. As much as, something different, something we haven't seen, something that was alluded to in the prequels. Oh my God, Darth Plagueis. Oh, he's so much worse than Sidious. Anything. And then they just shoehorn him into the show that's never getting a second season because the fans. That's the second part of it. At some point, you have to listen to the fans. I have said it once before. Some fans are just stupid. We can all agree to this, especially with The Acolyte. Some fans are like, oh, it pushes political stuff into my face and I don't agree with it. That makes the show bad. No, you're an idiot. The things that make the show bad are things that it fucks up within Star Wars. Not your personal political fucking bias. End of fucking story.
I swear to God, it sounds like I just said this 5, 6, 7 minutes ago.
Just because I love you and you and me agree with the fact that the show is trash. But if you like it, it's fine. I just, I can't do it.
You really...
Kathleen Kennedy, get out. Get the fuck out.
She gotta go. I didn't say the show was trash. Like I said, I did not. I just said I don't like what they've done to Star Wars. That's trash.
I will say it's trash because it's just disrespectful. And again, you can like it. That's fine. If you want to fucking debate with me, we'll debate on it. Someone who didn't watch it, but I watched enough of it. I don't fucking like it. It rubs me the wrong way. It comes off almost as like, how do I put it? Snarky? Like, oh, we can do this with the Jedi if there's nothing you can do about it. Well, we didn't watch it. And you didn't get a second season. I digress. The Acolyte it just puts a bad stain on Star Wars, and it definitely should stand as a turning point to where at some point someone's got to start listening. Sometimes the fans know what they want. And it is okay to indulge in that sometimes. Deadpool and Wolverine, anybody? Kind of a badass fucking movie. No Way Home. We get 3 Spider-Man on screen. The Avengers, Endgame, Godzilla -1, Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla King of the Monsters. Bro.
Listen, as far as trying to bring Star Wars back, that's a perfect way to segue. Can they do it with what we saw at D23, ladies and gentlemen? Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Rob, you know, as well as I do, what this show, I'll tell you straight up, I did not expect this. And maybe everything was there and I just chose to ignore anything Star Wars. I wasn't reading nothing. Not because I wanted to avoid spoilers or nothing. It's just because at this point in time, I didn't care anymore. Like I said, I divorced it. I'm done. I'm not in love with it anymore. But the Skeleton Crew, I thought was something completely different than what we got at D23 when they showed us the first trailer for it. Rob, take it away.
It's the Goonies in space. It's literally the Goonies in space in Star Wars, and I don't know where something like that would be set canonically, because it's also Star Wars in the suburbs, in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
like,
what are we doing?
I don't know where that would go, but as a show, as like its own thing, it looks. What's the word I'm looking for here?
Innocent.
It doesn't look bad. It looks like an innocent, fun, its own thing type of show. That's kind of what it looks like. I mean, yes, it's weird seeing Star Wars characters, creatures, walking down a sidewalk in a suburb with a bunch of kids just, frolicking about. But no, it really is just Goonies in space. The whole setup, the whole tone, it's got that vibe to it. And will I watch it? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But it looks wholesome.
Wholesome. That's great.
I'll say that.
Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. Yeah, definitely the Goonies in space. I do feel that because, well, the Goonies were searching for One-Eye Willie and the treasure and all that stuff. I don't think these kids were searching more so that they got caught up. They went and the ship activated. Oh, God, we're in space. It's more like Zathura.
Oh, yeah, Zathura.
But I like the innocence of it. I like the Amblin feel of it. This like Super 8 kind of E.T., fuck. I don't even think this is Amblin, but fucking Flight of the Navigator. These movies back in the fucking early 80s where you get these science fiction movies and then like the kids are involved. And you have fun with it, right? You just have fun with it.
Yeah.
I get that from this. I do. I cannot stand neighborhood Star Wars. Like, I fucking hate it. Oh,
I
God.
don't mind that.
No, I do. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my God. They're walking down the street in their beautifully manicured lawns and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? There's a bus? What the this is not Star Wars. What? And I get it. You know what? It absolutely is, because there's a fucking galaxy, right? It's a galaxy. And maybe one of those planets is that. Maybe it is what WandaVision was, right? Like, that's the street. Picket fences, everybody saying hi, who's baking cookies. I'm just not used to that in Star Wars. But it doesn't take away the fact that the trailer really did kind of get me a little hyped up. Oh, you know what? I think this might be fun. I was thrown off. I did not know that it was going to be kids. And I mean kids. They're not even teenagers. They're fucking kids. This is a great family show. The trailer portrays it as a great family show. I hope that works. I hope that the cynicism that we've had for the Acolyte in terms of lore, and I'm not trying to speak for everybody, or the people who don't like the Acolyte or Star Wars now, for that matter, because of politics. I hope that this brings everybody on board and says, remember when Star Wars was fun? Remember when you could just be a kid again? And sometimes you need that. Sometimes you absolutely need that. For the love of God, I'll go back, I'll sit back, and I'll watch like DuckTales. And not the new DuckTales, like the old DuckTales. I'll just throw it on. It's on Disney Plus. I'll just throw it on. I'll reminisce about my time doing homework on my kitchen table with the TV there on the kitchen table, watching DuckTales in the Disney afternoon. Sometimes you don't want to adult no more. You just want to go back and enjoy that. And some people frown upon shit like that. I personally don't. And the Skeleton Crew caught me off guard because I sat there and I said, oh my God, they're children. And I was like, you know what? I want to be a kid again. I want to be a kid in the Star Wars universe. I want to go through it. So it looks like a good time. I can't wait to see, is it Ralph Fiennes, the Jedi? Because he's definitely a Jedi, I believe. I can't, unless they really go dark and he starts killing the fucking kids. Oh my God!
Younglings.
Skeleton Crew really means skeletons. He's gonna strip them of their fucking...
He's killing younglings.
He's killing it. Oh my God.
Spider-Man says Rebels was the last time I had fun with the Star Wars IP, to be honest.
Same, 100%
Yeah.
the same, because it was still Star Wars. It did nothing to contradict, yet it built upon the lore in so many ways. And that's the balance. That's the balance. When you do nothing, especially where it was literally set within a 10-year time frame before A New Hope. It's perfect. And they don't contradict anything. Vader's in it, and Vader's. It's great. And it's great. Darth Maul is in it, and it makes sense. It's great. I absolutely love Rebels. Like, I do. And when Obi-Wan kills Maul, that scene is like, man, it's that scene, and it is the episode called Epilogue from Justice League Unlimited, which should have been the end, the absolute end to the DC animated universe, because that episode was Batman Beyond. It was Amanda Waller talking to Terry McGinnis and telling him what the Justice League was, and what Batman was. And it was just the best fucking thing ever. It was the perfect ending. The perfect ending. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm getting a little emotional. I'm gonna stop right now.
Look, I'm just gonna say it. The Skeleton Crew looks good. watch the trailer. That looks fun. I don't mind suburb Star Wars. And you know what? You know what it is? It looks different. It's not ATSTs, ATATs, fucking lightsaber battles, fucking on war. It's just some kids discovering shit. I'm okay with that. Do it.
Their Stand By Me summer.
Yeah, do Stand By Me, but Star Wars. I'm okay with that.
That's so good. That's so good. See, that's it. That's it. That's the magic of the 80s. That's what Star Wars was. That was the magic. You nailed it, Rob. Stand By Me, Star Wars. It's not even Goonies. It's Stand By Me, Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down. Now, if I watch it and I don't like it, then so be it. I don't like it. But this trailer did not seem like they were trying
harp on him for trying something different there.
It's true.
I want to know where this falls.
Because that looks good. It does look good.
I want to know where this falls in the timeline.
I will definitely say it falls after the Return of the Jedi.
It has to.
Like everything else.
Listen, you know what would save Star Wars, in all honesty, and I'm not even lying. I just don't understand why this has never been done. But, could somebody please give me an animated version of The Adventures of Luke Skywalker? I mean, I don't know why it's so fucking hard to have Luke Skywalker in animated form. If you want to make a movie, look, Winter Soldier. What's Sebastian Stan? He's a perfect shoo-in. He looks like Mark Hamill. Let's go. Let's go. But if you don't want to do that, make it animated. Dave Filoni knows exactly what he's talking. He knows what's up. And please, for the love of God, Mark Hamill's still alive. Let him get his redemption. Please. Please. That's all I'm asking. As a fucking Star Wars fan who's loved the original trilogy, you have no idea what that thing's done. It shaped my life. Then the prequels came out, and I was like, oh, I love it by default until I actually came to terms. Episode 3 is still one of the greatest fucking things I've ever seen. I love it. But
so good.
Everything after that, man, like Clone Wars took me a minute. I didn't want to get into it in the beginning, and I didn't. And it wasn't until they were on Netflix where I got to sit down and I just started watching them, and I was like, well, fuck. Some of these episodes are fucking Star Wars greatness. And it just continued. And like in the beginning, I was like, I don't like this, but I don't mind it. I'm going to watch next week. And to the point where I was like, this is the greatest Star Wars. And all you have to do, The Adventures of Luke Skywalker, I'm telling you, Disney, you give it to Dave Filoni, you let him do it. Because I really do want to see what happens to Luke after Return of the Jedi. I really do. Could you imagine if he fell between the world between worlds? I mean, Anakin is in there for Ahsoka. Could you imagine if Anakin was there for Luke? I'll die. I'll die. I'll be dead. I'll be dead. I won't even get to see the greatest Godzilla movie because I die because of Star Wars. This is what I'm talking about. This was what I was, man. Well, I want to get off the Star Wars tip because I'm gonna do a marathon.
This a guy.
All right.
I know. I want to do a Star Wars marathon too. We should do that.
We should do that.
And kind of record our reactions.
We should. It'd be kind of crazy.
No, we should do it like November.
Stop. So, that was Skeleton Crew. That was one of the things they showed off at D23. D23,
yeah, it looks good.
It was good. It looked good. It does look good.
The first time I've been kind of mildly excited about a Star Wars anything.
And if I'm not mistaken, it comes out in December. So
it does.
Not only are we getting hopefully good Star Wars in December, we're getting Star Wars in December. We're also getting Nosferatu December 25th. Everybody go see it. I'm just saying. Boom. Gotta throw that in there. D23 also knocked socks off with the announcement of Tron Ares, but was it the announcement of Tron Ares or was it the announcement of something else? Rob, once again, I'm going to fall to you.
Yes.
Catch me, my buddy. What was that called?
Huh?
What's it called?
Segway?
No, it's Segway. No.
Segway?
You know when you fall into somebody's hands, arms, it's a trust fall. I'm going to trust fall into
With
you.
arms wide open.
Rob, what was it about the Tron Ares?
Welcome to this place. I'm sorry. I just listened to that song.
And there it is.
So we got a logo reveal for Tron Ares, whatever. But the big thing was it's red. It's not blue. That's it. Nothing else was announced.
That was it.
Of course. They did this big little like laser light show. It did the whole Tron Ares thing. And then it starts forming into this very recognizable logo. And it eventually spells out NIN, 9-inch nails, the backwards N.
So dope.
Basically letting us know that, yes, Daft Punk, they are no longer together. They are not going to be coming back to make the soundtrack for this film. But we are getting Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross as the lead music composers, sound designer, whatever you want to say. And I think, despite the fact that this movie stars Jared Leto and I can't stand his weird Jesus Christian face,
Come on!
this is a very good fucking move because who fucking better to follow up Daft Punk than 9-inch Nails? And 9-inch Nails, I mean, bro.
It's 9-inch
scores.
nails.
Yeah. And if you look at their movie score history, all the way back to Tetsuo the Bullet Man, the third sequel to Tetsuo the Iron Man, this shit has been all over the place. Trent and Atticus can be beautiful. They can be harsh. They can be accessible. They can be inaccessible. Even when you look at Mutant Mayhem, you had beautiful pieces of music in there, fun pieces of music in there,
whoa.
pieces of music in there.
Hold up, Rob.
What?
Whoa. Did I miss something
What?
watching that movie?
Did you not know that 9-inch Nails did the score for Mutant Mayhem?
No!
Oh, they did.
Oh, fuck. I gotta watch.
Estelle?
No, it's
Bro,
not.
don't even watch the movie again. Just listen to the soundtrack.
There you go.
It's
Cool.
fire.
Just listen
It's
to Trent
fire.
Reznor being awesome.
Yeah, Trent and Atticus just killing it. And let's be honest. Who else other than 9-inch Nails for the Tron movie? Like, who else?
Yeah.
Who could have possibly have elicited such faith that at least the score is going to be top notch? Because you really do have the next best thing. There it is.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, honestly, I'm shocked that 30 Seconds to Mars wasn't doing a score. I digress. Number 2.
Okay, wait a minute.
What?
Wait a fucking minute here.
No.
What?
No.
I am so fucking glad that is not happening because Jared and his brother don't know how to make fucking music anymore.
Oh, anymore. Good. Okay.
They
that's what I
don't.
said then.
Have they ever
No.
been able to?
Yes, they have.
Listen, man, self-titled, A Beautiful Lie, This Is War, fantastic trilogy of albums. Everything. The album after that, they tried to be U2. It didn't fucking go over very well. Then they did that god-awful fucking gutter puke stink that is fucking America, the album. Pile of shit. Their latest album with their AI artwork and all that other crap, awful. Disgusting. If 30 Seconds to Mars were going to be the people doing the music for that movie, I would have denounced it right then and there.
All I'm saying
Fuck 30
is
Seconds to Mars.
one of the greatest rock band songs of all time is 30 Seconds to Mars. And is it The Kill? I think it's The Kill. It's The Kill. And it's the best.
It is the kill.
It is The Kill. It's the best. It's the best. It's so much fun to sing. I sang it to my daughter. I had a sweet 16. It's the best. I rock band that bitch all the time. But no, 9-inch Nails though. In the Tron soundtrack, yeah, I want to fuck you like an animal too, bro. Come on. Like,
yeah.
serious. I'm blown away. First of all, I'm blown away. Now I got to go and listen to the Mutant Mayhem soundtrack. I had no idea. But there is a certain sound that Trent Reznor... I mean, fuck, you know what? I'll put it like this. The name alone, Trent Reznor, just sounds like something that's its own entity. That's how I feel about Nine Inch Nails. It's that sound is something who's ever like duplicated that sound? I'll put it like this: it's like the first two Wu-Tang albums. Who's done something similar to that? No one. And granted, RZA was pulling fucking music from old kung fu films. But for the love of God, the production is crazy. Trent Reznor, I mean, honestly, I can't. It fits Tron. It works. It fits. Don't get me wrong. I think, oh my God.
What?
The fucking last guys. The fucking Tron Legacy. God. Daft Punk, fuck me, bro. I'm really losing it. I love Daft Punk. I do, and I think that fit Tron. From the very first time I heard "One More Time" and just everything, I could see that for whatever reason in Wacky Tron, and I don't call Tron wacky like that, but I felt like that tone that, or not even "One More Time." It was Stronger, right? It was stronger. That's Tron. Like I feel that. That electric,
West?
huh?
Sorry,
you're a dick. But no, I felt that, but Trent Reznor, man, like Nine Inch Nails, this is a whole nother level of fucking genius, and kudos to Disney for this. Because I don't even think this movie's going to be good. But the soundtrack is going to fucking rock.
Well, the main thing with that score that has me very, very interested is just that I'm really hoping that they get weird with it.
Yes.
Like, I hope it's a weird fucking score. And I hope it just teeters on, like, the fine line between music score and sound engineer. Like, if Trent Reznor has to go into the fucking studio with 3 different kinds of dense macaroni boiling pans and a colander with 5 different kinds of spoons to get the right ding, motherfucker, do that. I want that shit to sound like the goddamn soundtrack from Under the Skin, but Nine Inch Nails version. Get weird with it, please. Have fun with it, please. Disney, let the men cook. That's all there is to it. You got 2 of the best fucking most sought after movie music scorers in the goddamn business right now. Let them cook. Let them have fun, please.
And honestly, from what you just said, that should absolutely be the case, because we're getting Tron and the programs in the real world. Like Ares is going to be in the real world. And that's weird. So man, oh God. You know what? I don't think I've been this excited for a fucking soundtrack since like The Matrix second movie. What was that one? What the fuck was Reloaded? Because that's dope soundtrack. I love that soundtrack. Hey, Trent Reznor's on there. Nine Inch Nails is on that shit. If I'm not mistaken, and I might be, I don't want to look it up, but I might be. I think Nine Inch Nails did the what was it called? What was the real world called in The Matrix? Zion.
Yeah.
I think he did the music. I might be wrong, but I swear to God, I think he did the music where everybody was dancing in Zion in Matrix Reloaded, and it was just that shit was. Yeah, no, Trent Reznor. Get him on Batman, please, somebody.
The Batman.
Well, not the Batman. Did he do the Batman? No, he didn't. It was Michael
No,
Giacchino, right?
No, that was Giacchino.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fantastic soundtrack.
It's a fantastic soundtrack. That is a fantastic soundtrack. Ah, okay. Wow. Yeah, no. I'm down for it.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the trailer? Did y'all get to like bootleg watch that trailer like I did?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't care for Tron. So
And that
but
that is fair because honestly, I think Tron is one of those things, one of those franchises where it's really niche. Like honestly, you had to be on board from the beginning.
yeah.
And I used to watch Tron as a kid all the time, and I never got it. You know what I mean? Like I just like in television, a very old video game system, the Intellivision.
I know what that is.
Yeah, Tron Deadly Discs. That game was dodgeball. It was dodgeball, but it was Tron. I love that. That was my fucking that was my thing with Tron. I did like the sequel. I did like it. I don't remember it, so I might rewatch it. But seeing the light cycles on the like a city street in the real world, and it's like cutting through cop cars and shit, like literally splitting them apart. I thought that was fucking cool. So I'm looking forward to this. Let's see what's going on. The lore for Tron does not bother me, whatever you do, because I am not attached to it the way I am with Star Wars. I'll put it like that.
You know what I
offended he got Jared Leto as the main character.
Yeah, that's
Why?
terrible.
Why?
Jared Leto's a terrible person.
No, he's not.
You know who's not a terrible person though?
Who?
Stitch.
Oh, look where you went. Oh, what a segue. I thought I was only segueing, but okay. Segue.
I know, terrible.
No.
Listen, do you get a helmet? I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, cautiously optimistic and excited.
I'm excited, dude. I'm really excited.
Lilo and Stitch was I don't want to say an oddity of a movie, but it was so far out of Disney's wheelhouse, right?
It's so good.
And it's so good. It's
So
a
good.
fun movie, and it makes sense. And this again, a massive props to Disney. They do this. It's like, well, they did it then. They were doing it without it being an agenda. You know what I mean? Think about it like this. Pocahontas, Mulan, Lilo and Stitch. Like, these movies were coming out, and it wasn't an agenda. It was, let's do something different.
Spider-Man says,
I think
Miga Nala Kawista won't be in it. Too offensive these days. That's what Stitch says in the movie.
Uta Mala Krusta. That's that real shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, it should be in it. I doubt that. There's no way they take that. It's a made-up word. That's like Bowie, Grana Wheat, Nippon not making a fucking Transformers movie. Oh, wait. It hasn't.
At least it was in War for Cybertron.
It was in one of those games. Yes, it was.
I don't know, man.
Yes, no, you're right. When they met the the Insecticons.
Yeah, the big worm thing crawling around.
Yeah.
Yeah, an Insecticon. You know, it was Bill. I haven't watched Transformers.
He didn't want to watch it when he was here. He was a dick.
It's not that I didn't want to watch it. It's just Total Recall was good.
Total Recall was good. We should have watched Flash Gordon, but you bitched out on me.
So that I bitched out. It was Francis, man.
No, it was you saying no. It was you saying no.
She was like,
I'm
no, let's watch The Flash. And you were like, all right, let's watch The Flash. I was like, yeah, let's watch that shit, I guess.
He was
and
lying.
then we botched it.
We did botch. But no, Lilo and Stitch,
it.
in all honesty, a live action movie, I get nervous with Disney now because there seems to be this, we gotta make everything live action now. And
Yeah.
I'm not with that because you're getting away from the originality. I don't like a lot of, I'll put it like this. I'm not a Disney fanboy, right? To me, Disney does well, right? What they do, Disney princesses, all that fun stuff. Gotcha, JR. All that fun stuff. But it's not for me, especially now that I'm older. Like, I'm a lot older. It was great when my kid was young, and I can sit there and I can watch Disney movies with her. Yeah, my kid's gonna be 21. She don't care as much anymore, right? Which is crazy because I think her favorite movie is Rapunzel, and I don't think I've watched it with her. So I think I have to rectify that. But things like Frozen, for example, right? Like that's what Disney does. This live action shit, like Moana, for instance. Why are we doing a live action Moana when Moana is not even 10 years old yet?
And you're doing a Moana 2.
And you're doing Moana 2, right?
That's inherently the problem with Disney is they don't have anything original to do, so rehash all of their old IPs into live action, even though it's not live action, because it's still fucking animated.
I don't buy that at all. I don't. And I'll tell you why. Because literally, Disney is like the house of ideas.
House of Ideas, why are we getting a live action Lilo and Stitch? Why are we getting a live action fucking Snow White and the Seven Dwarves and fucking Sleeping Anus? All of those.
Wait, no,
the
that
Lion
happened
King,
already.
Aladdin.
That happened already. Those happened. Sleeping Beauty happened. It was called Maleficent.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just like they've done it. They've been doing it. It's not clicking with audiences.
I mean,
but
no,
they keep
that's
doing
not
it.
fair. That's not fair. Certain movies, they do hit.
Like Into the Woods hit. That was all right.
Into the Woods. I don't think that wasn't Disney though.
Yeah, it was. It was based off of a Disney play.
No. But what was Into the Woods? Who was the
Into the Woods is the one with it's just go fucking watch it. It's a Disney movie.
But no, you sure it is? But what's it based off of? That's what I'm trying to say.
It's based off of a play which is based off of several different stories like Jack and the Beanstalk, Red Riding Hood.
Okay,
I believe Cinderella's also in it. It's a Disney property.
You know,
it was originally a play, and then they did a live action version of it, which is good. The Sleeping, what was that one with the giant monster? Beauty and the Beast was shit. Well, all of them were shit. Look, all I'm trying to say is what the fuck's going on here? Sorry, my computer's doing a thing.
Are we talking about the 1986 musical?
Yes.
Dude,
Stephen
1986.
Sondheim?
That doesn't count. We're talking about things that are happening today, JR. For the love of God.
I am too. The
No, you're
fucking
not.
movie came out in 2012, 2013. All I'm trying to say is Disney has this weird hard-on for live actioning, quote unquote, their IPs, and they just isn't hitting with audiences because it's not as good as their animated counterparts.
And I am going to push back because there are certain ones that actually do make it. The Lion King, for instance. No, I'm lying. Not the Lion. Well, no, the Lion King. The Jungle Book. The Jungle
Book was good. That's fair. But I'm sorry. The Lion King, no. Because you just made another animated movie.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, that one I agree with. I was like, no.
It cost very well either.
It was
4 times the amount as the original animated. And then you redid Aladdin. I'm sorry. Robin Williams will never be replaced.
ever. But
I'm sorry, but you tried. It didn't work. That's inherently the problem. And we could probably lump these two together, the Lilo and Stitch and Mufasa, the Lion King story spin-off
well, no,
movie.
because Mufasa is different though, because it's not based off of an animation that already happened. It's an original story.
But the Lilo and Stitch one is interesting because, for one, I really like the Lilo and Stitch movies. The TV show, the sequel, Stitch Has a Glitch, I cry. I cry every time he dies. I cry.
Wait,
Spoilers,
Stitch dies?
The movie's been out for like 20 years.
Holy shit! Stitch died in that movie?
Yeah.
He died for like 5 minutes. He's fine.
It made me cry, and it still makes me cry.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but it was for 5 minutes. It was fine.
He's not fine. It broke my heart. I have trauma. That's why I have a Stitch stuffy. I don't understand because stylistically, Lilo and Stitch is not like the others because it does obviously hand-drawn animation, but watercolored backdrops. How do you translate that? That's a part of the charm of the movie. How do you translate that into live action? Are you just gonna ignore it? And Elvis. Fucking Elvis throughout the whole movie. Fantastic soundtrack. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I am excited to see it. It's one of the very few Disney live action / it's just fucking animated movies I'm looking forward to. But that's
It's
also
not though.
the flip of the coin with the two-face part of me. Or am I one face? Batman's arch nemesis. One face. Anyways. I will shit all over this movie if it's bad. That's just how it works. But if it's good, I'll fucking praise it.
You can't.
You get a 50-50 chance with me.
Listen, you can't call.
And then Spider-Man comes in here. The fat ice cream man won't make it in. Probably not.
He might.
That's such a good joke, though.
Listen,
It
you
is.
can't call Lilo and Stitch a CG movie. Yes, one of the main characters is CG, but it's not a CG movie. They're live action characters. The human beings are in this movie. So it's not like The Lion King.
There should be about 5 to 6 CG animated characters that are in it. If
That's
they
fine.
do it based off of the original.
That's fine, but we
Well, a
can't.
couple hundred because we see that entire meeting hall at the beginning
is
with
true.
all the different aliens.
Do you
That
think
is
they're
true.
gonna
The
pull
whole
that
beginning
off?
segment of this movie's an animated film.
Listen, they're gonna pull that off easy. You know how they're gonna do it? They're gonna take the fucking Senate Hall from Star Wars, right? They're gonna map that shit, and they're just gonna add the fucking aliens from the movies. It's real easy to do.
Ray, you've jinxed it because now there are going to be Star Wars aliens in that intro.
Of
And
course
Stitch
there
will now
will.
officially be canon to Star Wars.
I'd be okay with that.
I'm okay with
I'd be
Stitch.
okay with
being- Listen, ET is
Just like
canon.
E.T.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm down. I'm down. I wish Mac and Me was canon. I'll be honest. Fuck.
Oh my fuck.
Oh, boy.
Come on, man.
Synergy, Spider-Man says.
Mac and Me is the man, bro. I love that dude. I love Mac and Me, little guy in a fucking wheelchair.
I don't know.
Ooh. Fucking puffy cheeks.
Lilo and Stitch it's going to be an interesting one for sure. It's one that when I heard they were doing it, I begged, please God, don't let this be true. And it's true. He looks adorable. I'm not gonna lie. Soft spot for Stitch. Adorable little fucker. Especially when he's got the 4 arms or 6 legs, however you want to see it, the antennas and the spines. I'm like, I just want that little fucking alien hamster thing.
Oh yeah, and they're gonna give it to you in fucking droves, bro. Disney's not stupid.
Dude.
They know where the marketing. They know where the money's at. It's in marketing. I
My
mean,
Melody,
Mel Brooks
I
said it.
love you. You might have to take a step aside for a little bit.
All right, speaking of, let's go from Lilo and Stitch to something that a lot of people are up in arms about that came out of D23, and that's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that garbage.
You don't have to. We're going to do a, 5 minutes, if that. But
Yeah, that's
Rob,
fair.
what do you think?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay. Well, to be completely fair, the trailer itself, it touches the nostalgia nerve. It does.
It does.
But there are things about and within that trailer that are just like, no. Just no. For one thing, the biggest no, Gal Gadot. Sorry. Just no. Her?
Wow.
Really?
Oh,
really?
shit. Okay.
Her. That stick barely acted her way out of the fucking nutsack, let alone a goddamn movie. But, it's just, everything surrounding the movie is a bit of a turnoff. And yeah, it's cool that the 7 dwarves are actually 7 dwarves now. It's nice. Fuck, what's his name? Dinklage. Fuck Peter Dinklage. Don't listen to him. You don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Fuck, dude.
This is how it should have been from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's just there is an air of just weird griminess with this movie. And it's not just Gal Gadot. And if you watch that trailer and you listen to some of the things and how it's said, it just really comes off not Snow Whitean. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Since JR don't want to say nothing about it, I will say this.
I swear to God, I'll fucking.
No, you said you don't want to talk about it. You're not going to talk about it.
I got words.
So go ahead. What's your words?
It looks like fucking garbage. Stop fucking remaking shit. Again, the original dwarves weren't dwarves. They were a collection of different people that were vertically impaired. Fine. But then you get rid of that because people are pissed, and you just animate fucking dwarves. What's the point?
What?
If the whole movie's fucking animated, why bother? I'm sorry.
The movie's
terrible.
not animated, though.
The
You got live
CG is
action
completely
people.
unfinished. Spider-Man's like Snow White, the girl who looks like Lord Farquaad from Shrek.
I'm not gonna go that far. The girl is pretty. She's just absolutely miscast. That's my biggest beef with the movie.
She is
That's my
completely
biggest
miscast.
beef
This
with the
movie, a lot of miscasts. Again, Gal Gadot,
I
great as Wonder Woman, not so
Was
great
she?
in this movie.
Yeah, she was.
You know,
She
as
was.
good as we were gonna get it.
Look. She was. 84 doesn't count. 84
Yeah,
doesn't
we don't
count.
talk about that.
84 absolutely does count.
No, it doesn't count. No,
Those cameos in
no.
other movies, those count too.
No. The cameos
the universe
work.
doesn't exist anymore. Flashpoint happened. It's gone.
The cameos are cool.
I'm sorry, but the movies still exist.
No, the
No,
cameos
it's
are cool. But 84? No. I will say this. The girl playing Snow White, Rachel Ziegler, however you say it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Terrible casting. That's not right. It's not right. And the idea of Snow White has always been skin as white as snow. You can't, Disney, for the love of fucking God. This is where I get mad, because I gotta fall in line with identity politics here. That's
It's not identity
the character.
politics, though.
No, it is. It is. This right here is absolutely it. Skin is
Okay.
white as snow, and we get this, and the girl's gorgeous. I fucking think she's gorgeous. But
She's a Jersey girl.
She's a what?
She's a Jersey girl. Rachel Zegler's from New Jersey.
Perfect. That's why
She's
she got that
Jersey.
awesome tan. She's not Snow White. Her skin is not as white as snow. It drives me crazy. You don't
She's
have
Puerto
to
Rican,
do this.
bro.
I think she is. She is definitely Spanish. But
Yeah.
and that's my thing. It's like, all right, you do that. I'm pushing back on the Gal Gadot thing, though. I fucking love her as
It's
the evil queen. I do.
hey, that's fair, man. You got a hard on for Wonder Woman.
I
It's
do.
okay.
I do.
I've
But
been
here's the
there.
deal. She's in the trailer for what? 30 seconds? 30 seconds. You know what they didn't show you? They didn't show you Gal Gadot as the old woman given the apple. They show her.
That'll be cool.
I can't wait to see that. That's what I want to see. I want to see how accurate they get to the original film. Remember, Snow White is the first Disney animated movie. I want to see how accurate they get to the film using prosthetics, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot of CG to get Gal Gadot to look like that. I can't wait. They didn't show that. And I'm not going to the movies to see this movie. I'm not.
Nah.
But
I'm sailing the 7 seas for that one.
oh yeah, now I'm gonna just wait for Disney Plus. I'd pay for that. I'll watch it. I'll watch some of it. I'll do a family movie night. Me, my wife, my kid. We'll watch it. But yeah, I have no problem. I saw Gal Gadot in that shit, and I was like, yeah, I'm with it. I really was with it. I really was.
Don't get me wrong. She looks smoking hot. She absolutely does. I am not criticizing the look. It's just, you're talking about one of the original pinnacles of animated evil queen characters here.
The one.
Gal Gadot really hasn't been putting down some of her greater performances as of late. So I'm a bit worried about that because this is the evil queen. She's evil queen, evil. Bro. This is to me, this is almost like casting Gal Gadot as Ripley.
Oh, come on!
Bro, dog.
Oh my god!
JR, just so you hear what I just said.
Tell me.
For me personally, this is like casting Gal Gadot as Ripley in an Alien remake.
That's so not right.
It's just again, she looks gorgeous. It's hard to make a woman not look gorgeous, but as an actress for this particular role, it's just bro.
Spider-Man says, as long as Gal doesn't talk, she'll be a fine evil queen.
Wow, the hate is real. The hate is
Peter
fucking
Steele's
real.
on point tonight.
Got you.
Listen.
Yeah, Snow White so far, it's crazy how most of what we've heard about this film is how it's just racking up a massive fucking budget through reshoots, animation, the whole 9 yards.
It's been 3 years. Because
I'm pretty sure its budget's well over 300 million.
Dude, it's terrible. And you know what the problem is? Listen, they should have pulled the plug. Let's be honest.
I agree. It should have been canned.
They just started out, whatever Peter Dinklage says, listen, he's the new toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
He can shut the fuck up. He wants to sit here and say it's sizist. Shut up! Your whole career's been off the fact that you're a short asshole.
Well, it's
Don't listen to fucking him.
He's a good actor.
He
is a good actor.
He's my favorite character in Game of Thrones. I love Peter Dinklage.
Yes, but that was a terrible take.
Beyond a terrible take. Here's the problem, too. So Disney doesn't go that route, and the original concept was just bad. It's like the Lost Boys for Peter Pan. They weren't boys. The Lost Boys weren't boys. The Lost diverse gendered group. That's what we were getting. Look, you can do an interpretation, but don't sit here and say you're remaking it. It's not a remake. It's your own interpretation. It's a different interpretation. Just fuck off. I'm trying not to go there. I'm trying not to go there because I'm not that guy. You guys know me. I'm not that guy.
You're that
But
guy.
if you're gonna make Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, what's wrong with casting 7 dwarves?
I personally, I'll be honest with you.
What's wrong with it?
I think that, in all honesty, you needed CG in this one because.
Well, yeah, but
we
that's
don't
not
do
what
prosthetics no more.
originally they were gonna go with.
Oh no, I remember seeing the original fucking the characters,
bad.
and it was bad. It was What are we doing? Snow White and the 7 improportionate human beings. No,
It was bad. Not only that, the actress that plays Snow White, I don't know if you guys watched her press release shit where she talked about the movie. Very ignorant. Just came off as ignorant.
In
Yeah.
what way?
Go watch them.
I know what he's saying. I know what you're saying.
She's ignorant in several different ways.
Bro, she's paid to be ignorant.
And
Disney
that's
is
fine,
giving her
but
the
that
money.
shit has been back the fuck tracked.
Right, no, and that's the point. Disney pays them to do what they do. And that's the unfortunate part. That's why I don't blame the actress. Dude, that's why I don't blame Daisy Ridley at all.
No, and I'm not blaming her, but what I'm saying is, Spider-Man, she backpedaled on that strong, independent Snow White was hilarious. But that's the thing is, I don't necessarily blame her. It's just the stigma around this movie. You have arrogance, ignorance, a lot of money, and stupidity. Why not just shit can it from the beginning?
Because Snow White is Disney's first animated feature movie, and they're gonna go and they're gonna make this movie now. And
Hey Rob, what was the budget?
Let me see. I'm gonna tell you right now, this movie ain't making its money back.
No, and that's my point.
Hold up.
Way good.
It's being directed by Mark Webb?
Whoa. That changes
What in the
game.
goddamn fuck?
That changes the game. That kind of change. Now here's
As
the deal.
directed by Mark Webb from a screenplay by Greta Erwig and Aaron Cressida Wilson.
Okay, Greta. All right, that does change it. Not that I'm going to see it, but Mark Webb, he did the Spider-Man trilogy.
No, he did. He did the 2.
No, he did Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Spider-Man No Way Home. That's Mark Webb.
No.
What?
He did the Amazing
That was a
Spider-Man
different guy.
movies.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. No.
Wrong guy.
Mark, he's a hack.
No.
He's looking.
I have to look now. Now I'm looking. I swear to God.
Oh shit.
Spider-Man.
I can't fucking
Google.
believe this.
No way.
Google is putting the budget for
Oh,
Spider-Man
it's
at
John
209.
Watts. Okay, yeah, there it is. John Watts.
Oh.
209 mil, but the redo of the CG budget probably hasn't kicked in yet.
Hey, listen. Say
Disney
what you want.
Disney Snow White remake needs to break $340 million just to break even.
That ain't happening. That ain't
No,
happening.
it's a flop.
That ain't
Spider-Man,
happening.
Webb couldn't web up a prop movie.
Oh, man, listen. As someone who is a detractor from those amazing Spider-Man movies, go back and watch them. That's all I'm gonna say. I went back and watched them. I was so impressed. 10 years later, that I bought the fucking duology on 4K. Granted, it cost me maybe $20, maybe on 4K collector's edition. I get bells and whistles, but
No,
they're
that first
not
one's
bad.
a good movie.
They're not
The first
bad.
one's a good movie.
And I prefer the second.
His music videos were better. 500 Days of Summer was better.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
haven't seen that one.
That's fair.
Maybe I have.
But nah, dude.
This is
You
not-
said $340 million it's got to make back to make its budget.
Well, marketing
That's just
plus...
to break even.
Dude, they've
It's not
reshot
happening.
this movie fucking 2-3 times.
It's not gonna happen. They should have just rotoscoped. They should have just rotoscoped the actors seriously and CG'd that. You didn't need to reshoot it.
Spider-Man says the costumes look great, at least in the Spider-Man movies. Yeah.
No.
What am I-
No, I think maybe.
Yeah. Well, no. Tony or what was it? Andrew Garfield? Tony. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man outfit looks fantastic. Snow White isn't making that money. It's going to flop.
It's
yes.
gonna flop. It's gonna flop.
That's the thing. Why, instead of redoing all the dwarves as CG characters, didn't you just say, fuck this, let's wait 5 years? That way we're not blowing a bunch of fucking money.
Apparently, they're still doing reshoots for Snow White
When does
that's
this movie
embarrassing,
come out?
dude.
When does this movie come
as
out?
of June.
All right,
Comes out March next year.
all right, it's still time. There's still time. I'll tell you what, and this is one of those things I'll harp on to the day I die. This is the hill I'll die on. This movie could have been something different if they literally would have gotten small people. And I'm going to be completely politically incorrect here. And I'll say they should have got dwarves and midgets, right?
Yes.
And they should have did prosthetics to make them look like the Disney characters. And God almighty, we did it in the 80s. We did it in the 70s. We did it in the early 90s. And they work. They fucking work. You gotta get like a Stan Winston studio. But the thing that kills me is you got Jim Henson under your fucking belt. Come on, man. Come on.
Not even just that. One of the greatest trilogies of all time, The Lord of the Rings. I'm just gonna fucking say it.
Hey.
And the Hobbit trilogy. Come on.
Hey.
Come on.
As much as I don't like those movies, I
gotta
absolutely
give 'em props
recognize
for that.
real as real. Joe, it's there. It's fucking there. And it drives me crazy. Like, if Disney is so worried, if you're going to make a live action movie, like, literally, then make it live action. You've got
What
the
are they
money.
worried about? Here's my question.
Take
What
the
are they
Marvel
worried about?
money.
But they're fucking Disney. People are, even when their movies suck, people go see them. What are they fucking worried about at this point?
They're worried about them being wrong. You understand? So,
But that's
and again, this
such
is
a
not something.
subjective fucking thing.
But Disney has gone out on a limb. We talked about the Acolyte earlier. And I said it's not even about the identity politics, right? It's
Yeah.
about the lore. Now, when you take that away, right? Because that's Star Wars and that is it's a fucking franchise. A franchise it's embedded in history. You take something like a one-off like Snow White. We know that's Disney's first movie, but Snow White is a fairy tale. It's, again, you do whatever you want with it. You can change things up if you wanted to. The problem is, where Disney's going, I mean, look, elephant in the room here. The Little Mermaid. Yet that made money. It made money. It made
did.
money. It didn't. I don't think it hit the fucking plateaus that Disney was thinking, but it did make money. But that's one of the things where people are like, I don't know. I remember being in like the fucking fourth grade, maybe fifth grade, watching The Little Mermaid in the fucking auditorium when it was like too cold to be outside or it's raining, pouring outside. Yeah, they bring out the little TVs and you got a bunch of fucking fifth graders watching The Little Mermaid. There it was. It was fun. But sometimes you got to stay your hand. One of the things I admired about Disney was The Princess and the Frog.
Good movie.
Do that. Moana. Do that. Pocahontas. Even though Pocahontas was Pocahontas, but Mulan. Do that. Right? Like if you're going to do something different. Hell, the one that just came out that they try to bring a Disney multiverse, Wish.
Yeah.
With the lion princess. Do that. Fail on your merits. Try at least.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But don't be like, all right, we're going to take this animated movie that was fantastic and made us a lot of money, and we're going to switch everything up. Don't do that. Because that's not going to get you the money. And personally, don't live action your animated movies. It just doesn't work. Like, to me, stay what made the... Dude, I remember when Disney would fucking just put out their movies again. And then it goes back into the vault. There's no vault anymore. The door's blown open. The door's blown open. It's crazy. It drives me nuts. What did Spider-Man say there, JR?
He said, gotta overwork those CGI artists. It's the Disney way.
Sounds like something a Japanese company would do.
That's the problem. Shit can this fucking move. There gets to a point where it's like, just stop. Just like The Crow. You don't have to make this. You're just gonna waste people's time and money.
I will say though about the new Little Mermaid movie, because I went to go see it. It was a date. Don't judge me.
I'm not.
The best thing about that movie was the gal that they got to play Ariel. She was the best thing.
Really?
Her voice is fire. Her fucking acting. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but she was absolutely the best thing about that movie. Which is crazy because all everybody was complaining about was her. And yet I went to go see the movie and I'm sitting there with my date like, this girl's fucking killing it. And she did.
Could you
she was the best thing about that movie.
I didn't see it.
100%.
I didn't see it. My wife and daughter did because of, obviously, it's The Little Mermaid. And that's every girl's favorite movie who was born at this time. And, you know, The Little Mermaid. I can't lie. I do love that movie, though. I do love that movie. I do. I do. Ursula is one of my all-time favorite villains. Like, in history. Not Disney. In history, it's Ursula. Like, one of my favorites.
And she's played by Melissa McCarthy in the live-action movie.
That's why I refuse to watch it. That's why. Not because The Little Mermaid is a darker tone. It's because I don't like Melissa McCarthy.
They should have got John Candy to play Ursula.
And that'll do it for this episode.
Rest in peace, King.
Jesus Christ. Rob, who played King Triton in that movie? I don't know because I didn't watch it.
Benicio del Toro.
I don't fucking remember.
No.
It was Benicio del Toro, if I'm correct.
Shut up.
Or Javier Bardem?
Oh, that sounds right.
It was one of the two.
Let me look it up.
Because if it's not one, the other was in Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, which is a terrible movie. Or it's the same guy.
Benicio del Toro was in Star Wars.
He was. And he's also in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
No, yeah, but he was also in the Marvel.
It was Javier Bardem.
Okay, I was right the second time.
As King Triton? Shit.
Yeah.
I like
Javier Bardem was also in the 97th Pirates of the Caribbean film.
It's a good franchise. I can't wait for them to make an animated movie about that. Because, I mean, come on, if we're going to go.
You say good franchise, there's fucking 2 good movies.
You know what? Yes, I'll tell you this. I'll put it like this, and then we got to go to the next topic. Because we spent way too long on Snow White.
Who the hell's Snow White?
That's my point. I had a feeling at the time that the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy was going to match or take Star Wars. And then that third movie dropped. And I was like, oh, thank God.
That was a rough one, dude.
There
are elements that are good.
There are elements that are good. Oh, man, but at the end of the day, I was like, okay, wow. Because I really liked the first one. I really loved the second one. And dude, I was like...
I watched the first 2 in fucking theaters. Yeah, they were so good. I went with the second one. I was with my great-grandma at the time. Shit. And she's like fucking 70. And she's like, hey, do you want to go watch the new Pirates of the Caribbean? I'm like, let's go, Grandma.
Popcorn.
And we went and watched that. She's like, well, it's PG-13. You're going to see a heart beating. I'm like, I grew up with Friday the 13th. Let's go. I don't give a shit.
You were like,
and we enjoyed that movie.
You were like, Grams.
Yeah, it was fucking great. I have a soft spot for those first two movies, man. They're fucking good.
They really are. And I really thought that
They
third
are.
movie was gonna, the circle is complete moment, and I was gonna cry. And I was gonna think, no, Star Wars has been dethroned. But luckily for me, that didn't happen. So I was all right.
Oh.
But all right, jumping off of that, but staying on the Disney train, honestly. Before we get into the good stuff, and this is just me, because y'all might differ on this. We got to talk about this Mufasa movie coming out, because personally, I'm not with it. I don't like it, and again, it goes to lore. And why are we doing this movie? Just leave it alone. Just
do the Lion King too.
Don't do any more Lion Kings, because the Lion King live action did not work. Why are we doing this? Why are we wasting money on this when we can put more money to the budget of a Marvel movie to make it better? I'm confused. Or even to Star Wars to make it better. I'm confused. But again, I digress. 3. Rob, this Mufasa trailer, what you think?
No. The trailer has this weird angle to it where they show the characters emoting like a lot, as like, hey, remember how they didn't emote in the first one? Well, they emote now. They emote now. They emote now. That's literally what the trailer felt like. And I mean, from the moment that they announced that it was happening, it was just like immediately no. Because y'all tried, y'all failed. You tried to say that Beyonce delivered a better soundtrack, and it's like, no, she didn't. Fuck off. Queen Bee, no, sorry. And the same thing is going to happen with this movie. The rollout, the music, the whole 9 yards. I can see it with my fucking hindsight 2020. It doesn't feel like a movie. It feels like an overcorrection DLC. That's what it feels like.
So I'm looking at this right now. I wanted to see who's directing this movie, because Jon Favreau directed The Lion King. And it just wasn't The Jungle Book. And I think that's because of Mowgli, right? I think having a human actor in The Jungle Book, instead of like making it a CG thing, really worked. I wanted to really like The Lion King, and I just was not it. It wasn't it. I'm looking at this. I wanted to see who directed this movie. It's Barry Jenkins. But as I looked that up, I see the cast, and I'm like, oh my God. Nepotism. I don't want to use that word, but I have to. So apparently, whoever Kiara is, I don't know who that is, but that's played by Blue Ivy Carter, daughter of Beyonce and one Jay-Z Sean Carter, who I love. I love both of them.
God.
I do. I love both of them. I do. I love Beyonce. I love Jay-Z. I love the Brooklyn. I can't. But what? But apparently, well, yeah, I guess Simba is in it because Rafiki is telling the tale. So Donald Glover's back in it. Beyonce's still in it as Nala. Is Mads Mikkelsen playing Scar? Because apparently, according to this, his name is Kyros.
His name is what?
Kyros? It's Kiros. It ain't Kratos, I'll tell you that.
He might be playing the white lion that everybody's been memeing as Kimba.
Oh, shit. Well, all right, but then who's playing Scar? That's the whole thing, because isn't Scar supposed to be a part of this movie?
Yeah.
Oh, it says Kelvin Harrison Jr., Scar, no picture. See, that's something that's going to upset me, because
Jeremy Irons is still alive.
And then you have that. But can Jeremy Irons play young Scar?
He can play a teenage Scar.
But these are pups. Kittens. They're kittens.
Yeah, but they're gonna go through their lives, and this is the story of how Mufasa usurps the fucking throne for fucking Scar.
Yeah, and it's definitely not what the original Lion King set up at all. And I'm not talking about the live action.
No.
I'm talking about the great Lion King. Was that 92?
The only Lion King.
Yeah, I think that was 92 also. That was like, fuck. This is the problem I have. You can't take something fantastic and then water it down. Don't do that.
Oh, that's what they did.
And they did. I love the idea of having the Lion King 2 Simba's Pride. That was dope. Just do that. Just do that.
Agreed.
Yeah, this one's disappointing for me. Big time.
Out of everything that Disney is doing, it's just this one probably sucks the hardest just because it's Lion King. But Lion King made fuckloads of money.
Yeah. Wait, which one?
That quote unquote live action. It's fucking animated. Shut up. That animated quote unquote photorealistic Lion King movie made a lot of money. It did. And this was pretty much set in stone because it has that pull. It's like, oh yeah, it's Lion King, it'll make money. And whether this one will make that kind of money, I don't fucking know. I have a hard time believing that it's going to be a massive fucking success.
Right.
But again, it's Lion King. That's the unfortunate side to the whole thing. It's Lion King. Yeah. I have no interest in seeing it. No, like, nah, not even like pirating it.
Oof. Yeah, I'm about the same. There's no reason. There's no. If my wife and kid came down and said, "Let's watch this," I'll go, okay, reluctantly. But outside of that, it's hard pass.
Yeah. It's just totally like the most unnecessary of unnecessary that Disney is doing.
I would like to, JR, what do you think?
I think Spider-Man said nobody wanted this movie. Who asked for this nonsense? It's the Lion Guard all over again.
Fair.
I'm not a huge fan of the original Lion King. The live action looked like shit. This just looks more the same. It's just wasted fucking money. Like, Disney, fucking just invest in new IPs. Try something else. Who gives a fuck? Who cares about Mufasa? That's a baby. Who gives a shit? He's lucky he didn't get eaten by fucking vultures. What else is in Africa? Oh, like a venomous snake. Mowgli. I don't know. Fucking anything.
Mowgli's not in Africa, bro. That's like Brazil or some shit. That's the Amazon.
The Amazon. Well, oh yeah. Tigers are in the Amazon.
I don't know where, but it definitely... Oh, no, they were in India.
Yeah, which is like, 6 feet from Africa.
Shut up.
I digress.
Jesus Christ.
My geography is off.
Yeah, for
You
real.
look like Freddy Krueger face fucked the topographical map of Utah.
Oh.
Sorry. Just thinking of Deadpool.
Jesus Christ.
Listen.
Hey, how about Toy Story 5?
Thank you, because that's where I was going to go next.
No. I don't need Mufasa playing with Toy Story 5. This is terrible. Can we just stop, Disney? Can we just...
No, let's talk about it.
No.
We're reviewing D23. Let's talk about it.
I know. I hate what Disney's doing. It's rehash after just fucking stop and try something new.
Okay, but Toy Story has been around for about as long as you've been around, which is crazy.
Yeah, and there were 3 good Toy Story movies.
There's just one good Toy Story movie. I don't know where 3 came
and
from.
that's fair. But that's the problem. It's just continuation, rehash, the same shit over and over and over again. Nobody gives a fuck about Mufasa. Nobody gives a fuck about Toy Story 5. It's not the same.
No,
It's
gotta
not
be
the
honest.
same.
I gotta be honest. I think oh shit, Alex has joined us.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Hello.
Alex, what's up, brother?
What's up? Hopefully I'm not too late.
Never.
You're only 2 hours and 10 minutes late. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it. We still love you,
We
huh?
still love you.
We're still on air. We're still on air.
We're still on air, and that's the beauty of live streaming, especially with an open content, when we can have Alex join us. Right now we're talking Toy Story 5. We're about to get into it. One of the things I do like about this, the idea of Toy Story 5, is the toys versus technology. I like that because it's fucking funny. Now, they didn't like show the trailer. Like, we didn't get to see the trailer, right? Like, only D23 got to see it. You had to find it, right? Nobody. Okay.
I
I
don't
saw the
fucking-
silent teaser of the three main characters waving at the screen, and that was displeasing in and of itself because Toy
Yeah.
Story 4 was a pile of shit.
They kind of ripped a lot of stuff off of YouTube. They're doing to these trailers what they did to the Australian breakdancer with the Olympics. They're trying to erase that shit.
I didn't know they even showed the Toy Story 5 trailer.
Because everyone was talking about it. That was at D47.
D23, get it right. Yeah, no,
We're in
That's-
2024 though.
it's never gonna die. D23. I don't know why it's called that, but it is what it is.
That's so bad.
It's
The
not
Mighty
though,
Ducks 23.
but it's better than Gamescom this week. I'll tell you that.
I do hope it's better than 4, though. 'Cause
Yeah.
4 was... Ooh.
I didn't
4
see
was
4.
a glorified tech demo with a minute story. That's all 4 was. Beautiful looking movie, nothing about it.
I did not watch 4.
Yeah.
I think the heart of Toy Story has always been Andy. So once that was gone, I was gone. But I do really like the idea. Again, I can't lie. I like the idea of the toys versus the tech. Because honestly, and man, even before this, there's a weird part of me where I'm like, dude, especially now, right? I'm collecting, right? I like, look. Everybody knows. There's a Batman right here, right?
Yeah, that's my Batman now.
That's not your Batman. You can suck it. But like,
I'll be there
I
in
collect,
fucking
and-
6 hours.
and it's like, please do. It's like I get these figures now, and I open them up and I look at them and I pose them, and I don't pose them as good as JR does. JR does great posing, by the way. Just
Did you fuck with that Spider-Man?
No, I left them alone. I never
He
touched
loves it.
them.
He loves
I
when
love
I
it.
remember we were live streaming
That
and
was
I was just like,
it
I'm
was
just gonna.
dope. The way I had them was whack, and I wish you could come here and pose everything I've opened up. My point is this. As an adult, I look back and I'm like, dude, I used to play with toys. Like, that was it. That was my creative juices. Like, I would go to town. We'd have these big ass battles and wars and shit, playing with G.I. Joes and Transformers. And then when I got Ninja Turtles, yo, let's make a multiverse before I knew what that was. Well, now just bring everything in. Just bring everything in. And let's have a fucking big old battle. It's gonna be fun. And nowadays, as an older dude, I collect more, but what I'm doing is I'm opening my shit. I never did that before. I open them now because somewhere in my head I'm saying to myself, maybe I want to pose Batman and make him, have his leg out like he's about to kick somebody in the chest and break a couple of ribs. And it's crazy. But then at the same time, here we are, technology, doing this live stream, talking about that. I like that that idea about when you used to play with toys and now all you do is play on your electronics. Because you could play games on it, you could surf the web, fucking 1,000 billion social media sites. I like the idea of the toys trying to stay relevant and the idea that they're older toys. Like, I didn't see the trailer, but could you imagine if, okay, because we did it with Buzz Lightyear, right? We made a fucking CG movie of Buzz Lightyear, where he was supposed to be a real dude that the toy is based off of. I love that. Do we get a Woody version of that? Like, where are we going with this? And that's, to me, interesting. I buy these fucking DC toys now. I buy these guys. I get them now, not to play with, but to say I own them, and it's really bad. People, help me out here, man. Like, I'm not lying. It's really bad. I've never fucking pimped the G Show page, but please like, subscribe, share, all that shit. I need some income. I need income because everything is going to hell. I bought too much.
We gotta help this man. We're gonna have to go there. We're gonna have to raid his collection, take shit away from him. Specifically that 62 Kong and Godzilla.
Never gonna happen. Never gonna. You son of a bitch. He was here trying
Spider-Man
to get that
real quick. These toys need to go up against articulated imports from Japan and crazy collectors like you guys, not me in quotations.
Spider-Man, we seen your collection.
Spider-Man, listen, give me that fucking Zilla.
I like the idea of Toy Story 5. I do. I didn't see Toy Story 4, and I honestly...
It's not inherently bad. The problem is who cares?
That's
not just
it.
that, but three was so good, and it had nothing to do with really Andy. It was moving on, but 3 was so good. It was such a great way to end the saga of Andy, and 4 was just like the separation of all the characters in a boring way. You know, you're separating Woody and you're separating Buzz, and it's like the adventure didn't even feel like a big adventure compared to 3, 1, 2, or 3, any of them. You know, it just felt like a huge letdown compared to them, you know? And I hope that 5 gets back to that energy. And if it's about the 90s toys versus AI and newer stuff, that would be great. I would love that.
And one of the things about Toy Story that I loved was it wasn't even like the toys were dated. Like Buzz was a dated type of toy, right? Like it's the future. But you look at something like Woody and the fucking dinosaur and the dog, like all that shit, Bo Peep, like all that shit, they're old toys. That is where the charm came. Mr. fucking Potato Head. Fuck! Right? Like Mr. Potato Head was the only toy we all knew. Because it was real. Because we can own a Mr. Potato Head before Toy Story came out. And that was the charm of that. Where do we go? And I like the idea of these old toys versus technology. Now, I don't have a Mr. Potato Head. Maybe I do. I don't know. But I got my Ninja Turtles. I got my Transformers. I got my Star Wars. I got my G.I. Joes. I got my Thundercats. I've got my shit. I just can't imagine me now playing with them. Unless I take a couple of those Godzilla ones and I grab my camera and I go to my pool and I get some like fucking dry ice and I make fog and that. But I digress.
Is that number 4?
Well, I was also to say, because you were talking about toys being old, wasn't in Toy Story 2 the whole thing about Woody being caged in a glass because he was such an old vintage toy? Like they needed him for a collection and all that stuff. Remember that? Like that they made him newer, they repainted him. Remember that in Toy Story 2? That was the whole theme of that plot.
It was the most satisfying segment in all of Toy Story 2.
I don't remember
the toy
that.
repair porn.
Yeah, I don't remember that because I don't like Toy Story 2. And yes, Rob, that was number 4.
Yeah, that was like the whole aspect that kind of continued on into Toy Story 3 and 4. It's just like Andy's growing up, you know, he's gonna go to college, blah, blah, blah. And like my whole thing with Toy Story 4, like I already said, it was a tech demo with a story that the series is practically already done. And it's like 4 was so wildly unnecessary. I don't think 5 is necessary either. Woody's not even with the toys anymore. He left. He's with Bo Peep, staving random toys at fucking carnivals and all this other shit.
Sure
He's doing his own thing. Oh yeah, absolutely. But it's like you took away from you took away from Toy Story 3's ending. All right. You took away from Toy Story 3 ending, which was they have a new life. You do Toy Story 4, and now you gave Woody this new life, this new thing, this new lease, which is arguably the completion of his character arc, yada yada. Now you're gonna do 5 and practically just undo that again. It's just like stop.
Sounds like
Stop
Star
it.
Wars.
It sounds like a lot of things Disney's doing these days.
Disney.
You know, it could be also just Disney maybe wants to undo Toy Story 4 because a lot of people didn't like it and a lot of people didn't see it. You know, maybe they want to change it, be like, okay, we're going to end Toy Story. Let's not have Toy Story 4 be the ending because that was a very underwhelming ending, if it would be.
We should have just left it at 3.
Wow.
That's all there is. That's a perfect ending.
Now I want to watch Toy Story 4. Now I do. I want to see what y'all talking about.
You know who else is a toy? Spider-Man. This franchise created a weird thing in my subconscious where a part of me thinks my toys come to life when I'm gone. Get it? Because we collect Spider-Man figures.
Spooderman?
I did find a water
I have
bottle
2
in my sink
Spider-Man
just now,
figures.
and I was like, why is there a water bottle in my sink when that wasn't a thing when I left this morning? And my wife said, no, I dropped it. It started to leak, so I put it in your sink. I'm like, oh, okay. It only lost maybe 1% of water. I guess you
Maybe your
put it in
Godzilla
the-
came to life.
something like that. But yeah, Toy Story 5, Mufasa, Lilo Stitch. There were a couple of others, and one that was actually really good. Moana 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly.
my little brother will like it. He loved the first one. I watched it with him. I thought it was okay. I just watched it because he loves the first Moana. And I'll watch it, the second one with him for sure. But yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah, that first Moana movie is something else. Like
It
that,
looks more classic Disney than what we've been getting, which I'm happy
That's
for.
okay.
Yep.
I love that. That's the beauty of Disney.
Yeah.
Their animated shit is awesome. You don't have to make it live action.
No, I agree. No, I 100%
Yeah.
agree. Snow White.
Moana. Which, again, I'm
You
glad.
missed that.
Yeah, you definitely missed that one. We were on there for about 40 minutes, bro. You missed that one. You
What,
jumped
about Snow
on.
White?
Yeah, you jumped on right when we finished Snow White. The Moana 2 trailer, man, it was good. I'm really interested in the songs. I want to. Moana 1, that soundtrack is fantastic.
It had the fire.
It really is. And it kills me because now that I think back a couple of weeks, it really should have made my top 10. There was maybe 1 or 2 songs I could have bumped for a Moana song. Honest to God.
Yeah,
Honest to God.
you ain't wrong.
Yeah, no, there was, yeah, I'm like, okay, yeah. But again, number 5, I digress. I'm looking forward to seeing what Lin-Manuel Rivera does for the soundtrack. And I mean, even without the songs, like, I really just like Moana as a movie. Like, it's fun, it's different, it's new Disney. You know, when I say new Disney, that Frozen, and I don't like Frozen, I don't, but it's new Disney. It works for me. It works. I like this CG Disney. Like, the fact that they're trying to
It looks stunning.
Right, yeah. The fact that they're trying to do a live action Moana, I'm like, wait, whoa. We haven't even been 10 years yet. What are we doing? Like, you want to do a live action movie? Give it 25 years. Give it 25. Unless the movie didn't make money. Moana made money.
It did.
So, like, that drives me crazy. Like, we don't have to go there yet. We don't. But yeah, we're doing it.
They want to rush it because here's the thing: they've already done Aladdin, they've done Lion King. They're going through all the 80s and 90s animations. Like, oh man, what should we do now? But they should just wait, you know, because those are also controversial live action films too, and they weren't like out of the park or anything.
No, nothing like that. Exactly, and that's the thing though. But those movies are also 25 plus years old.
Yep.
You know, Moana
is really doing a live action Moana.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I know that. I can't comprehend how they could be doing a live action Moana with a Moana 2 animated coming out. That's weird.
It's weird.
That's oversaturation. Like, talk about oversaturate. Oh God.
There was
when did Moana 1 come out? Because I could have sworn even Frozen 1's older.
Moana 1 came out like
Moana
5-6 years ago.
After Frozen 1.
Yeah. It's like,
so Frozen's even older, and they're not doing live action of that.
I would say Moana's like, how old's Moana? Like 2017, 2018, around there? Because the original Frozen came out in 2014. 2013, 2014.
No, I think you're right.
Let me look it up.
Frozen,
yeah. So I'm definitely curious about that because Moana.
Frozen 1 is 2013. Let me look up Moana.
Yeah, Moana's going to be 2017, 2018.
That's actually 2016. End of 2016.
Okay. No. That's good. That's good because there's a Frozen 3 coming out and 4 and 5 that were announced as well.
No, what?
For some reason.
What?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
Yeah, they announced a whole future.
There's a whole cinematic universe with Frozen they've announced.
Well, here's the deal. And the only reason why I know this is because my daughter. She was like,
God.
No, listen, hang on. And honestly, I'm not mad at it, but I don't know where they're going with it. But she was like, yeah, if you watch Frozen and you pay attention, you can see, you know, this character who is X here and this thing. I'm like, oh, wow, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. So if they're going to do something like that, fine, whatever, so be it. Again, that Wish movie was supposed to bring it all together.
But then instead of doing all this nonsense nobody cares about, just make a Frozen cinematic universe and stop. Stop with the Mufasa.
Yeah, we don't need. No, they say like it's the same with the Han Solo film. So there's some movies that don't need origins.
Thank you.
Listen,
there's some
that's a good movie.
That don't need it.
It's not.
That's a good movie.
It is a good movie. It's okay.
It
it's
is.
a good movie, but it's unnecessary. Like
it is completely unnecessary. I agree with you on that, but it's a good movie because it's not stereotypical Star Wars. It didn't have to be Han Solo. It could have been anyone else.
It's Baby Driver.
I agree.
It's Baby Driver.
It's like Mufasa could end up really good, but we don't need it. We don't need
Mufasa. It's not going to be good. It's it's the same cast as the other live action.
If anything, they should have done Lion King 2 live action because they've done that's a thing.
Fucking swear to God, I said that 30 pages ago.
No, I said that. What the fuck are we talking about? Man, off the rails, I'll tell you, man. This train has derailed 17 times.
Talk about
this train
off the rails.
This train has gone in Godzilla's mouth 17 times. And the only time I've seen Godzilla derail a train was probably 4 times. Maybe 5. 4. I can count them. You ready for this one? 54. King Kong versus Godzilla. 84.
Not in his mouth, but go ahead.
1. Derailed the trains. Derailed the trains. That's all I'm saying. 4 times.
Oh, you're talking about just railing trains.
Oh, my bad. Well, he didn't really derail a train in Shin Godzilla. The train derailed on him. So I don't know if that counts. No, and I'm not making that. I don't know if that counts because
Rob, does it count?
I'd say so.
okay,
There we go.
then 5 times. Absolutely. Yeah, you know what? But does it really though? Because
I don't know, because
the plan was
Oyster
to
Cult says
derail.
he picks up a bus, then he throws it back down. He's never picked up a bus and thrown it back down. It's always been a train.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say, there's no trains.
realistically, the problem is Obama.
All right, you know what? At the end of this, JR will never be on another fucking podcast. We're done.
Why? Because I connected everything to...
No, because now you're being stupid. And I love you, but
Well,
stop.
because you mean I derailed it? Just
No.
like Godzilla derails trains?
No, there's no way you
Oh my
can try to
God.
switch this.
Now you're
There's
just being
no-
corny as hell today.
Yeah, there's no way you can
course.
switch this.
Dude,
We're not
I'm
going
mazed. 100% mazed.
We're not doing
I'm
it.
touring right
I
now
don't
as Corn.
I don't
Oh
care.
my god.
We're not doing it. You
Fake
need
news,
to stop.
Fake news.
Okay? You understand
We
me?
picked up a bus and
Listen
we threw
me.
it back down as we raged from the village to the center of town.
JR.
Hey, it's a classic. Okay.
I know.
JR. Do we understand?
I love you.
So stop it. Okay? I'm serious.
What?
Oh,
We're not doing this.
he's putting his big pants on right now.
No, fuck that big pants, Alex. Shut up, too. I'm telling you the God's honest truth. That's not where we go with this. Okay? It's not. So stop it.
I don't understand. I was just making a joke.
We'll talk after this.
Okay.
Last thing, Daredevil. Holy shit. Daredevil.
You saw the trailer?
Born Again. Yeah, I did. Actually, I got to see
I did. I just saw it too.
The bootleg. Why doesn't Marvel release that shit so we can all see it in like glorious HD?
Because from my understanding, I've done research on this before COVID. When they do convention trailers and then compare that to a release trailer, that's not a finalized trailer. It's not finalized scenes. They edited some CGI, like because it's not crisp, but sometimes in the background you can kind of see it's a little bit green screeny, so it's not 100% ready to be out on YouTube or any of that. That's from what I understood. That convention trailers are more like beta trailers, and then you see that they're sometimes, you know, when they finally release, it's a little bit different than what they showed at conventions months prior. Switch some scenes around and all that.
That's crazy because, you know, back in the days, like before COVID, when Comic-Con was like fucking fire, you know, you get to see these trailers and shit, and we wouldn't. But yet, like when they do like the Star Wars fucking thing, they would show the trailer, they would block out, right? They would black out the fucking YouTube feed. So the people there at Star Wars Celebration gets to see the trailer. But then 5 minutes later, boom, it's on YouTube, and it's like, oh shit. So, but yeah, wow, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I never thought that makes absolute sense. It's a not completed trailer. But what we saw, honestly, looked really fucking good.
Oh, yeah, it's good. I mean, remember this too. Daredevil just finished filming too, so they haven't wrapped up any of the special effects and all that because they know that takes months to process all that. So they want to make sure that it's ready enough that they can release it and not have people on Twitter and tell them, oh my God, that scene looks bad. The CGI looks wonky. Because do you want that? You don't want that as released. You want to make sure that's perfect, especially Daredevil, which is they want to make sure that when they release that trailer, it's good.
So like one of the things that I absolutely love about what they are doing with Daredevil Born Again, and Rob said this before we went on air. This show went through a fucking remake, like literally, because it wasn't what they wanted. And now I didn't watch Echo, and I need to watch that. But the last time I saw Daredevil was it's okay. Okay. The last time I saw Daredevil though was in She-Hulk, and hear me out. I thoroughly enjoyed She-Hulk for what it was. Like
And She-Hulk right here.
Oh shit! And look, Alex is rocking the She-Hulk shirt. Dope. I really did enjoy She-Hulk. I liked Daredevil in that episode of She-Hulk. I wasn't mad at it.
Was it the same Matt Murdock from the Netflix?
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
That's
it's the same.
yeah.
Is it the same Matt Murdock in this one?
Yes.
It's the same
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah, it's Charlie Cox.
The same one that was in Spider-Man.
And this
The
is
same
a
one that's in She-Hulk.
reboot or a
Okay,
remake?
Okay, this is what happened. So
Doesn't seem like
originally,
it's a reboot though.
before it was canceled,
Yeah.
Daredevil Reborn was supposed to be a light refresh from the character. Think of it, you know how when the Incredible Hulk came out, the movie in 2007, they didn't do an origins film like 2003, but
Yeah,
they didn't want to do the whole thing because it's kind of a sequel to 2003.
it's
like,
the same as like
origin-
Spider-Man
It's a
Homecoming.
light, it's a light reboot. It's a late reboot, but they said that he was not going to have his friends there from the Netflix series, Paige and
Foggy Nelson. Foggy Nelson.
Foggy. They're not going to have that. There was some things that were going to be different. They filmed
Okay.
half the season, and then I guess they went back and said, "Okay, we can't have this. Fans are going to be pissed. Leaks are happening." And then they said, "We're going to cancel everything." Drop from square zero. They brought back the Punisher. They brought back how the Kingpin should be. They brought back Foggy, Paige, and all the actors,
Like
everyone, and the original writers and a bunch of
Punisher,
things.
the Punisher from the Netflix show.
Yeah, John Bernthal.
Everyone's back.
John
And then they
Bernthal. is in-
actually
John
confirmed,
Bernthal,
this
yeah.
is a sequel, season 4 of Daredevil. That's what this is.
No shit.
Yeah, it literally, that's what it feels like. Season 4.
So Disney does listen to the fans.
And think about it like this
and
though.
if you
Think about
and
it
if
like
you
this.
saw the trailer, there was a scene in the trailer. You saw all the masks and all the costumes he had during the Netflix
dope.
series.
Oh, no.
So
That's so dope.
If there's one
It
thing
was
Disney
great.
does right, and I give them all the props in the world, if there's one thing Disney Marvel does right, is they give you the suit. They give you the suit. It don't matter where it comes from, how it's told, how it's shown, they give you the suit. Captain America
Wolverine.
won. Captain America won. Captain America, the first Avenger.
Oh,
They-
that goofy ass costume.
Dude,
the first fucking.
but it's
It's
so-
so bad.
it's
though.
so good.
It's so bad.
But it's so
I
good.
disagree because when he wore it again in
Avengers.
not Civil War, it was a Winter Soldier in the final
Yeah.
battle. Remember when he went back to the museum and he got that costume?
No.
to fight?
That's not the costume I'm talking about. That was the
Which one?
Ultimates costume. That was
He's
Captain
talking
America's.
about
I'm
the-
talking about the OG Captain America scale suit that he wore
Oh,
when he
that
was
one.
doing the
Oh, that
fucking
one.
when he was doing the what is it, USO shows?
Yeah, he was doing the shows with
The
the
shows
girls
with the
to
girls.
amp up the
That's
troops.
right.
Exactly.
That's right. Oh, the fabric looking
The-
crap. Okay,
yeah,
okay,
the
I
The
remember.
so
classic
That was bad.
costume, right? Then I mean, they did it there. Where else we've seen? Did we see Thor in it? Maybe not.
I mean, they did the OG Iron Man suit well from the cave.
Right,
suit
that's
was
another
great.
one, but that makes
Yeah.
sense to do it there. But oh my god, WandaVision. You saw Wanda, right? You saw Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
You saw Vision in the OG costume. They did Quicksilver.
Hey, not even No Way Home at the very end where he
And the
puts on the
classic Spider-Man.
original. Yeah,
The classic
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Suit.
You know?
In the snow.
That
Can
doesn't-
we appreciate that for just a second?
Man,
In the
listen,
snow.
While
In
it,
the snow.
while it
Beautiful. With the
counts,
Christmas tree
that-
and everything. Oh my god.
while
Oh,
it
God.
counts, that doesn't count. I'm talking about when they do it, they show the classic suits, just to show you. And again, I think Deadpool Wolverine did it the best. Just to show you.
They did all of that. They
Okay.
did all the main Wolverine suits from
Right.
different universes.
It's like,
Oh,
but
dude.
no, it wasn't. They did, but it wasn't until he put the mask on, right?
I'm talking about the suit when he fought the Hulk, the classic brown
Dude,
one.
yes.
No, yeah,
He
no,
said
no.
the brown and yellow. Just
No.
Didn't you fight the? Oh,
All that
so
shit
good.
works. All
The one he had the missing hand. That's
yeah.
also the classic. From
that's
the 80s.
Age of
God damn
Ultron. I mean, not Age of Ultron. Age of Apocalypse. No, I get that. That's for Wolverine. what I'm trying to say
Scarlet
is,
Witch's original outfit, Spider-Man says, with a heart.
yeah, you ain't lying. When Wolverine puts the mask on in Deadpool Wolverine, and the whiteout eyes, like that, that's what it was. That's always been the joke, right? Like, think of it, Batman. That's the number one, right? Like, you always go back to Batman. When you read the comic, there's no eyes, right? But when you watch the movies, there's always eyes. How do you get around it? And in The Dark Knight, he did it with that fucking thing that went down the little fucking visor thing so he can see everything and shit. And it was like, oh, there's the workaround. Does it really work? Not really. But it worked for what it meant for that time. You look at Deadpool, you look at Spider-Man. Iron Man doesn't count because Iron Man's Iron Man. But you look at Deadpool and Spider-Man, like, these are the costumes, they're masks over the face. They're supposed to be like that. But when it's not a full mask, why do we need the whiteout eyes? When they do it in Deadpool Wolverine, you're like comic book accurate and you forget about it. You forget about it.
Yeah.
You're just like, go with the flow. Go with the fucking flow. And it works because that's what Marvel does. And when they do it fucking right. And what do we talk about? Daredevil. So I'm looking at the Daredevil suits and I'm like, yeah, if they're going to do it, they're going to do it right. And honestly, I want to see the black and red suit. I really do. I love the black and red suit from the 90s. Have fun. Enjoy.
Take our phones in, so when we get there, I'm going to leave my phone in the car.
Okay. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're being interrupted by the wife and the child. Just have fun. You all right there?
Bye.
Yeah. Enjoy yourselves. You drive. Oh, you are driving. I was gonna say Uber, but whatever.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's wave. Let's both wave.
There's a smile and wave, boys.
Fine, wait.
Smile and wave.
They're going to Bruno Mars tonight, so there it is.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, they're going. Listen,
Look at that
it's-
club.
What's Bruno Mars?
that's where they're going. It's a residency here in Vegas.
Is he like Imagine Dragons?
Whoa.
That's a terrible name, too.
No.
It's
Bruno Mars
fucking-
is actually good.
Tyler, the creator, said fuck Bruno Mars, so
Yeah, that was like well over 10 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know
listen,
about that because
I
don't
lived
follow
10 years ago.
All right, Daredevil. Everybody.
Why did you say Dare to Devil, dude?
Because he's blind.
Yeah, I know that. Ben Affleck played him, right?
Yeah, Ben Affleck. Yeah.
Ben Affleck.
This will play Batman.
Affleck.
You know what? It's one of my favorite Batflecks.
Actually, very interesting.
It's
I didn't
not bad.
know until recently about that. The Elektra in Wolverine, the belt she was wearing was actually from that Daredevil. Ben Affleck's
Really?
Daredevil. She was wearing his belt.
That's dope.
That is dope.
That means she killed him.
She didn't.
Well, she
kill
did this in the movie. He died.
I know.
She
I
didn't
know.
kill
I
him.
know.
That movie was
Spoilers.
good though. That movie was good. No. It's been a month. There's no spoilers anymore. There's no spoilers. Gambit is in the movie, and it's Channing Tatum. There's no more spoilers. It's over. Prime Blade's in the movie. It's Wesley Snipes, and he says there could be only
I'm
one.
gonna make a name for myself.
Oh,
To
bro,
me,
that's
I think he still is the Blade. My opinion. Just
Oh yeah, he'll
Oh, yeah,
always be
I'm-
definitive Blade.
I'm-
Sorry.
you
I'm
heard. I
there.
think it was yesterday, or the day before. Ryan Reynolds was trying to get him to be Blade. Now they were trying to.
I hope so. Just
He
don't
still
do
has it. He
Trinity.
still got it. He may be old, but he still got it. in my
Just
opinion.
don't do Trinity.
Well, but all right. So here's my thing. Not for nothing, Alex. You just touched on something. He may be old. So why not we do the first in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? The End. See, in the comic
Ooh.
books, they're beautiful, fucking poignant. X character, The End, right? It started with I think it was the Hulk. The Hulk was the first The End comic book. I own it. It was great. It was weird, but it was great, right? They got that Dale Keown to do the artwork, and it was dope. But what if, and I swear to God it works, oh my God, I think it's going to happen. What if they can't get this Blade movie off the ground, right? They can't. But they're trying to do Secret Wars. And this version of Secret Wars isn't the original comic book, even though I think they're going to do some kind of variation of that. But it's more of the latest Secret Wars where it's the multiverse. And JR knows what I'm talking about right now because he's reading the DC Crisis on Infinite Earths and Infinite Crisis.
Oh, good.
You know.
Well, not just that. I've been keeping up on the Secret Wars comics and Secret Invasion, which has got me curious because of the TV show with the Skrulls.
No. Listen.
Just think and listen.
The comic,
Secret Wars.
The comic is better. The comic is better, but if you want to, But if you want to watch it, don't watch the television show.
It's shit.
Watch Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Heroes.
All right.
They do that
right. Of Skrulls, in my opinion.
They do that
what
right.
you're saying is
Earth's Mightiest Heroes was perfect.
So what you guys are saying is the Beyonder is going to come down to Earth and ask Spider-Man what is going to the bathroom.
You know what? If that's
you don't think I know my shit?
I'm just saying.
You're gonna tell me that Madam Web is all caught in this because that's the Spider-Man 90s.
Oh my fucking god! Madam Web, Secret Wars confirmed.
Madam Web was the worst thing I've seen.
And just so you know,
that's going on the record.
Web in Spider-Man 90s, voiced by Stan Lee's wife.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's a cartoon. I'm talking about the movie. It was the worst thing I've seen this year.
And I'm talking about how Spider-Man had to teach the Beyonder how to pee.
Speaking of peeing.
And then shortly after, his apartment was burnt, but it was a tie-in comic. And if you didn't know that, you're like, what the fuck? Why is his apartment burnt?
We went way off track, and I'm trying to put it back before we get out of here because we're going to get out of here. But
who's Blade?
Blade. If they were to do Blade, the end in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it's over. We win. We as fans win. Because, yes, Wesley Snipes is old. You can so set this in the future. You can so do it. You can make Logan, but with Blade. And honestly, why not? Why the fuck not? I'm ready for it. I'm totally down. And then you do this. And this is the problem I have. The Blade movie right now is going through so much fucking shit and so much friction. Shelve it. Put it to the side. Make Blade the end. Okay? And then do the Secret Wars, which is going to wrap up the multiversal saga. And then do Mahershala Ali's Blade movie. You don't have to worry about what's come before. We've ended it, and now it's a brand new beginning. That is what we need to do, Marvel.
Because they could do what they did, I think it was the newer Secret Wars years ago, when it was kind of like a small reboot, and that killed the Ultimate Universe.
That's what they're doing!
Doom.
That's what they're doing.
Dude.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're not doing the original Secret Wars comics. They're
doing the newer one.
They're doing the multiverse Secret Wars.
Oh yeah, dude. Definitely doing Final Crisis.
Listen.
And that's a better way.
No, listen.
That's a better way. But here's the thing. That's also a better way to retire some of the older heroes that actors want to retire. Instead of just killing them off. You just do a soft
that's
reboot.
fine. Here's my question, though. You go. Why bring back Robert Downey Jr. as Doom in this instance? Hold on, Spider-Man, Secret Wars. I thought of this. All right.
MCU started. He's the biggest hero. And
Galactus, chapters, right?
Yeah, but end it with the biggest villain, which is Robert Downey Jr. So he's the biggest villain and the biggest hero. End it with the biggest villain.
Doom isn't the biggest villain. Galactus is.
It depends because in Secret Wars, that newer Secret Wars, Doom was the one that basically killed.
I didn't read the newer Secret Wars. I did read the classic. I'm fucking trying to hunt that one down for like 2 weeks now. It's pissing me off. The trade, of course, individual issues. Get out of here. Doom did get Galactus's power and then got the power from the Beyonder. Listen, let's just fucking go back to the Beyonder and how Spider-Man had to teach him how to pee.
Yeah, back to
Secret Wars 2, ladies and gentlemen. Spider-Man
That's a
teaches Beyonder how to pee. But no,
and then the Watcher just sits there and be like, what the hell's going on?
yeah, the Watcher's like, what the fuck? Again, the Watcher is Deadpool going into the X-Men universe where Wolverine is being crucified and there's skulls everywhere. What the fuck? I love that fucking scene so much. His reaction.
I would love to see a scene where we're back in the cave of Iron Man 1, but an alternate outcome happens where instead of becoming Iron Man, he becomes Doom. I would love to see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hear me out.
Like I said, I would love to see Phase 5 end with that the biggest hero of MCU ends with the biggest villain. It's the same guy.
Hear me out. Hear me out. I've got a lot of things to say about this. I don't mind the casting of Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. I get why they did it, but they had it right there in their fucking hands twice. Pedro Pascal should have been Dr. Doom instead of Mr. Fantastic. And John Krasinski, right? I can't even pronounce his name, but the guy that played Mr. Fantastic in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, who wanted his whole thing. His whole thing was, I want to be Mr. Fantastic. Should have been Mr. Fantastic in this movie. Pedro Pascal should not be Mr. Fantastic. He should be Dr. Doom.
Here's the thing with that, though. Pedro Pascal hasn't played anyone arrogant, and Dr. Doom is fucking arrogant.
But that's my point. If you're an actor, that's what we want to see.
Do you expand your range?
Right. And honestly,
yeah,
he can do it.
I agree with you on this then.
He can do it.
Because
Dr. Doom's really do that.
Dr. Doom's got to be arrogant, and I know why they went to Robert Downey Jr.
Because he's arrogant.
Let's be honest, Tony Stark's fucking arrogant. Yeah, I get it.
But it's a different arrogance. It's a different arrogance. When you watch the MCU,
completely different.
It's a different arrogance, and that's the thing. It's like
read Civil War 2. You will get Tony Stark's arrogance in that, and it just fucking comes off like Robert Downey Jr.'s on page.
Wait.
Oh yeah,
Civil War number 2 or
2?
All right, yeah.
Civil War 2.
I hate the hell I can't.
Dude, but he's
But
Tony
no,
Stark is so fucking arrogant in it, and Robert
really
Downey
is.
Jr. You could tell definitely honed in that arrogance. And then
he's a great actor. I think he can pull it off.
Spider-Man says Pedro would be fine hiding behind a mask, unlike Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, that's the thing. Doom has to be behind a mask.
Right.
Has to.
Has to.
He's Stark.
This is my theory.
Doom's been around since fucking medieval times? He's the master of dark mysticism.
No. He went back in time. He created a time machine. He went back.
Yeah, well,
Morgan Le Fay and all that shit. No, he's not been around.
The original timeline.
This is what I want. This is what I want. The Fantastic Four. He's gonna debut in Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four is gonna be a different universe.
Hold up.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Really quick. Fantastic Four. They right now says it's gonna be in a different universe in the '60s. Okay. This is my theory. They say Reed Richards opens a wormhole because that's what he does. Fantastic Four always does that. And maybe Doom sees it where he sees 616. He sees that reality. They're missing a Tony Stark. Maybe he devises a plan to go in there and pretend to be Iron Man resurrected and starts conquering and starts trusting people. Maybe even kills Iron Man's daughter or something and then becomes Doom.
No, that would ruin everything. Because that would ruin the image of Victor Von Doom. You need Victor Von Doom. You need him. And I mean, like, I don't mean that with like 100%, right? But literally about 86% of me. You need a Victor Von Doom. You don't need alternate reality Tony Stark, like in the comics. You don't. That's just a bad guy because he's from another planet and everything is bizarro world. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
So you think he is actually Victor Von Doom, but he goes to 616?
He's actually. I don't think he's going to be in that Fantastic Four movie. They're going to deal with Galactus.
So where do you think he comes from? Do you think this Doom comes from a different reality, or he actually is in 616?
No, I think he comes from a different reality, obviously, because it's Robbie Downey Jr. And the whole thing is they're going to play off of the fact that he looks like Tony Stark. That's where I got a problem, because like you just said, Doom should just wear a mask. And honestly, we don't need to see Pedro Pascal's face. Why? Mandalorian.
Well, he can fake it. Remember, Doom has faked it with holograms, Doom bots, to look like him. No. But here's the thing. He does it to trick, say, Peter Parker really trusts him because that's his idol. Things like that.
No, but why? Like, that doesn't make sense. They're doing Secret Wars. The last Secret Wars, right? The 2019, whatever it was. It's God Doom. Literally, it's God Doom. Remember?
Yeah, it's God Doom.
It's God Doom. That's where they're going. But
here's the thing. That you don't want to jump right into Secret Wars of him getting all these powers. Like, you think you would develop this character somehow, slowly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think this first appearance is going to be in Doomsday. He has to come from a previous film. The only previous film I can think of is Fantastic Four. There's no Doctor Strange 3 before that. He's not going to appear in what I'm trying to think of. What other movies are coming out? I can't think of anything else between now and Doomsday.
It's going to be in Captain
Besides
America.
Fantastic Four and the other films, I don't think it's going to be big on multiverse. Unless you tell me, I don't see any other film that's not Fantastic Four that he's not going to come in, or at least teased or something. He can't be, first appearance Doomsday, he's going to wreck shit. I think that's a little bit too fast.
Well, you know what? Infinity War introduced the lieutenants, and they worked right off the bat. You know, Thanos' lieutenants, they worked right off the bat. I'm not saying that Thanos' lieutenants or Thanos himself holds any kind of candle to Doom, but
they could Thanos him, say secret ending of Fantastic Four, they showed Doom.
I can see that. That I can see. They put themselves in the corner. They put themselves in the corner.
Go ahead.
They really, really did. I knew off the bat, as soon as they mentioned Secret Wars, whatever, like 3 years ago, whatever it was, I was like, yeah, it's not the original. They're doing the multiverse Secret Wars. They're doing the idea of the multiverse.
I agree, the same thing.
We're going to see Miles Morales in live action. We're going to see this.
That's dope.
It's going to happen. And I don't know. I just think Pedro Pascal as Dr. Doom works better than Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. At the end of Endgame, at the very end of Endgame, and I say this all the time, all you gotta do is watch it again. People were sitting there waiting for the end credits. There was nothing you can visually see. But audibly, you can hear something at the end of Endgame. And you hear this clanging, this bang, bang, bang. And the first thing I thought of at that time, 2019, was, oh shit, that's Iron Man making that first suit in the cave. That's dope. But now, what if it was Dr. Doom making the fucking mask? Because now we can play with this. And I'm not making this up. Go ahead. Go on your Disney Plus. Grab your DVD, your Blu-ray, your 4K.
I remember that.
Put on Endgame. Go right to the very end. The very end credits. As the last bit of credits are going up, the music dies, and all you hear is a clang, clang, clang. What is that? Iron Man dies in this movie. It's the round robin. It's the full circle.
Yeah.
I love that idea. We do that. But I don't love the idea that it's Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. I don't.
But that's what I was thinking earlier is you end it with an evil version of him. It started with him, and you ended with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Listen, I understand that Robert Pascal would have been a perfect Doom. I agree with you on that. But I think they have a vision of that it has to be a variant of Tony, whether it's Victor Von Doom or whatever. I think they have a reason. They have a story for it. That it has to be that for a specific reason for him to enter the MCU.
Let me ask you a
because of
question.
that.
Let me ask you a question, Alex. Do you think that this was premeditated and planned, or do you think this was fucking oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my god, damage control, because of what happened to Jonathan Majors? Because remember, this whole thing was supposed to be King the Conqueror.
Oh yeah, no,
Which
it's
is terrible.
definitely two reasons. Remember, I told you I think a few podcasts ago that Kevin did not have enough control with the previous Disney boss. After Endgame, they had a different boss, and that's when Phase 4 went to the shitter, right? We all know that. He left, the old Disney boss came back, and he said, I want things to be like Phase 1 or Phase 3. And Kevin Feige got his, leadership back up. And then, the thing with King happened. And that was the perfect time to start resetting. Because look what happened. We got Wolverine and Deadpool out of nowhere. We're getting all these fixes. We're getting Daredevil. All these things are happening within the last 2 years. Suddenly. And then all of a sudden we're getting Doom. You can tell there was a shift. A big shift from when Doctor Strange happened up to now. Because everything had a feeling. All of a sudden now everyone's getting serious again. Everyone's rewriting and changing ideas in the future, and I see that as a damage control. I really do. It's like, okay, let's get this ship back on the road, and then now they're being old Disney again, or old Marvel.
So I don't think that Wolverine was like, course correct. I think that was always a part of the plan for that movie. When Disney bought Fox, it was like, all bets are off. And it's fucking Ryan Reynolds, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
as much as I'm like, Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds in anything, Deadpool Wolverine, like, the dude knows what to do. He does. And again, this ain't a spoiler anymore. Gambit.
I'll stop you there, though. During COVID, and I don't know if you remember those rumors and things, that Ryan Reynolds was having issues with Disney at the time during the merger. And they weren't 100% sure. And they kept saying it was going to be rated R, but they weren't sure what to do with the film. This is going to take time. Ryan Reynolds had other obligations. And then once the old Disney boss came back, he really said, we're going to do Deadpool. We're going to get serious about this thing. A year later, that's when we got the Wolverine confirmation. And then that's what I'm saying, that it's taken they quickly went on this road. Then that's when Daredevil was announced. All these things started happening right when the switch with the boss happened. And it says, we're trying to fix things. And I went back and I started looking at my old notes and stuff. And during that time, when things were in the shitter and they took the old boss out and they put the one back in, it says, no, we're going back to how Phase 1 to Phase 3 was. Kevin Feige going back up on the top. And that's when things got course corrected really quick, like real quick in the last 2 years, two and a half, 3 years.
I'm not denying that. What I'm saying is, Ryan Reynolds, in all honesty, always wanted Wolverine. Like, this was always going to be this movie.
15 years.
Yeah, not 10, 15 years. The Deadpool 2 came out fucking 6 years ago. If that. 5 years ago.
No, but I'm saying that he's been wanting it since Deadpool 1. He kept saying he wants Wolverine. He wants...
Yeah, because, fucking Wolverine Origins sucks. I mean, it just does. Yeah. But what I'm saying,
Listen.
this was always going to be in the cards. This was Ryan Reynolds, because Ryan Reynolds pushes those boundaries. He did it in Deadpool 1. He does it in Deadpool 2. But this is different, because now he can absolutely do what he wants. And they let him. And they let him. And it works.
They had to convince Hugh Jackman, because he was not 100% sure. Remember that.
Hugh Jackman was coming back if it was like this.
Listen,
there's no doubt in my mind.
You're completely missing the point. Doomsday in the MCU, I didn't think it would ever happen. He's defeated the Justice League and has come over with the anti-life equation to take over the MCU.
Yes. Oh, give me that all day. Listen, I will say, now I gotta get into geek mode. In the comic books, the Secret Avengers was the Illuminati. They were dealing with the incursions. The incursions was different Earths fucking with the vibrational frequency of the 616. And how do we stop that? And it was dope because there is a fucking Justice League Earth that pops up. All the archetypes are there.
Dude.
There's a Batman, there's a Superman, there's a Wonder Woman,
The
there's a Flash,
MCU,
there's
the
a Martian
MCU
Manhunter,
universe
there's Aquaman. It's
in
great.
several Justice League comics shows up. In several.
No, and they did that too. Like
Can we just
Batman's
get this movie?
in Batman Superman Volume 3, Jeff Loeb and McGinnis as the artist. Yes, there was the Avengers. And it was Batman, Superman, and the Justice League, quote unquote, versus those Avengers. They were the Avengers. There was the archetype of Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Scarlet. It was so good. And that's the thing that I love about comic books. We ain't getting that in the movie, though. There's no fucking way. Unless James Gunn is a
Gods and Monsters
and says, "You ready for this? We're gonna do the JLA Avengers movie. We're doing it." And it was all a fucking hoax. And in that case, then Disney gets all my money. I watch everything they do. I don't give a fuck if I like it or not. They get all my money. You know,
that'll be the first movie ever, I think, to break $3 billion.
Bro, 10 billion.
Justice League Avengers crossover, especially if they do it like that fucking trade that exists. Dude, Darkseid had the motherfucking Infinity Gauntlet with all the gems.
And threw it away.
And can you imagine if they say, and Henry Cavill returns as a promotion.
As the Wolverine.
As Superman.
As Superman.
And Wolverine.
As both! Oh my god, could you imagine
the jokes write themselves.
Oh my god. Yo, speaking of hey Rob, you still there, bro? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening.
Do you have anything to chat?
What's your
Because
opinion
we
on
went
this?
on
We've
we
been
went
talking
on
for
like
30 minutes.
We went on for a 20-30 minute rampage, bro. Do you have anything to say?
No, not really.
What's your opinion on Robert Downey Jr. as Doom, though?
I'm kind of mixed because I love Robert Downey Jr. How can you not? But it's like at the same time, it just comes off desperate to me.
Yeah.
It's like Disney, Marvel movies, excluding Deadpool and Wolverine, they're not exactly in the greatest of waves. And this feels like, we're listening. Come back. Here's Robert Downey Jr. You love him. Like, I don't know if that's what the case is. It's just from the outside looking in, is not like the mega fan. That's just how it comes off. It doesn't exactly feel like an inspired choice.
That is fair. I feel that way.
Robert Downey Jr. as Doomsday. Terrible casting.
He's not Doomsday. He's
I know.
Doom.
God damn it.
Doomsday kills Superman. Like that's not it.
No, Doomsday does it. It's fucking Doomsday.
Oh my god.
I was thinking of fucking.
It's Michael Shannon monster.
Yeah, it's gone. It's fucking gone.
A Michael Shannon monster. Zod's Day. But listen, holy shit, I had no idea this one was going to go 3 hours. I really didn't. I wasn't planning on it.
Damn.
Yeah, no, we're 3.5. Yeah, well, you joined the last 45 minutes, but we are 3 hours and 8 minutes in.
I do.
And honestly, I think we got to wrap it here. So, that being said, I want to thank my co-host and the cohorts for joining me. Starting with you, JR. Thank you for joining.
Rimmed. It's about to happen. I don't even know. It's just gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Rob, thank you for joining us.
Of course. Always a joy and a pleasure. Always.
And last but not least, but last and yet the least amount of time, Alex, thank you for joining us.
Of course. Sorry for coming late in Florida, so time and all that, but I'm glad to be here.
Man, listen, as long as you're enjoying yourself in the mosquito-infested Florida gates, you're good. You're good. But that'll do it for this episode of the G Show live stream, man. Listen, I am G1.
Side.
Yeah, whatever he said. I am G1 on behalf of all of y'all. This is episode